At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts.
More awesome music for another great day. Here in Cashin.
Check 1 2. We need to turn mine down a little bit.
It's just
check 1 2. Where's mine at?
here. It's relaxed.
Check 1 2. Check 1. 1 2 3 4 5. Check 1 2 3.
Watching some football games.
Demon and Bobby, Demon and Bobby. Where we got time? What's that solo? What is that? Oh. Went away. Oh, okay. Man, I got a lot of junk going on in here. Gotta turn down the cameras. Woo. 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Cashin Wildcats!
KOCOs are scores that, like, it's the worst it's ever been at. And that's crazy because a while ago, that's when we were all in quarantine.
Yeah. It's fine if it looks bad.
Kid sucks. Look how bad he is.
See. Riley. Ted. Yeah. Send me free, give me death, there ain't no choices. When I lay down the go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, this you fuck the Lord. Why nobody, that's the sound of baby, biggie potion. These little demons living.
Needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go.
Bang!
Free
That's
estimates
Redline,
on
man.
All jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible, so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today.
What is Woody Woodchopper's deal?
Did it cross over to the commercial yet? I don't think it has yet. Go live. Go live. Oh, it's live. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Neiman Ababi, Chris Gibson, Cashin Wildcats TV.
Squirtle is Oklahoma's premium sporting app for high school sports statewide.
Okay.
I want the people to hear my voice. Hey, if you're out there, we got pregame starting here in about 4 minutes. Hang tight. We got a little field action going on. I'm Neiman Bobby. Chris Gibson in the booth. It's playoff football, Cashion style. Hang tight with us. We'll be right back.
For free in the Apple or Android store. Always know the score with Scortal. Show that Wildcat pride. All the time. Here with Cashion, it's game time.
(405-844-TANK). That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats! Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion and are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats! Cashion Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness. So contact Amber Lee to sign up today. 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashion Shape Up Fitness.
Welcome to another great night of Cashion Wildcats football playoff edition 2020.
They can hear you through mine.
Welcome. Hey, listen, hey, you know what? That's actually probably a pretty appropriate start to kind of what's been our evening thus far, but we're super blessed. Sometimes you guys don't even know what's happening back behind here on this computer just to get this thing going, modern technology and all. But hey, listen, good evening and welcome to Cashion, Oklahoma, and beautiful Maxon Field, where we have playoff football here for the Cashion Wildcats. 10-0 on the season, taking the 0-7 Wynnewood Savages in the play-in round one games. I'm Neiman Bobby. Joining me in the booth is my man Chris Gibson. Chris, this is year 2 for Cashion Wildcat football. It's playoff time. We've always been excited, but it's extra special tonight, isn't it?
Oh, you got to love the playoff atmosphere. I know this year is so different than every other year just because of everything else going on, but at the end of the day, it is playoff football. You lose, you go home,
yep.
Right? So it's definitely a different atmosphere, and I'm excited to watch these teams play tonight.
Yeah, it's always good. Football is always good, especially what's happening. We just heard today about winter sports on hold for Oklahoma City Public Schools, among others, and we'll kind of hang tight to see what OSSA is going to say, but we know football is going to continue, and we just hope we stay healthy, right?
Yes,
we've already seen teams having to forfeit first-round games. Teams that were even, the higher seed or essentially the favorites have had to forfeit their season because of COVID. So God bless that we're here and doing what we need to do. But we have playoff football. We've got a ton to run down for you. You guys know some of the best parts about the game, besides the game, is Chris breaking down the game in itself, players to watch, what to look out for, and, of course, predictions. We're going to go to a quick timeout. We're super thankful that you're joining us here on CWTV live on Squirtle.com. Big thanks again to the administration and really all of our sponsors that are making this happen. Just to let you know, this isn't coming free to us in terms of the school. We're having to pay a fee to OSSAA to broadcast, and if it wasn't for our awesome sponsors there down the bottom right corner, we couldn't do this tonight. So we're super grateful for that. And please make sure and hang tight. We'll go to a quick commercial. Be right back as Chris breaks down the visiting Wynnewood Savages. 0-7 on the season, led by Lucas Aslan, and we'll get a good idea of what to expect in this game. So hang tight with us here on Cashion Wildcat TV. Does that sound okay? It's too loud?
I think it sounds good.
Sound okay?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange, the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
Got Grain and Grange. He's got a brand new. That's gonna be the day of the day. The issue for the day. Hey, listen, we love our man Todd Miller over there at Grain and Grange. He's opened up a brand new store. It literally is like some sort of conglomerate. Todd's gonna own Oklahoma County here pretty soon. He's gonna be the new Mathis brothers. Has got it rolling out there, and of course we love our folks over at Water Heater Man, Shape Up Fitness, Gateway Realty, and the such. Definitely Jesse McCracken over at Rural Pest Control. Hey, so Chris, we've got playoff football, right? All records go to side. It's survive and advance. We have the Wynnewood Savages coming in, led by Coach Lucas Aslan. What do we expect from Coach Aslan and the Wynnewood Savages tonight?
So, whenever I was kind of trying to figure out if we were even going to have a game this weekend, I heard Wynnewood decided to play in this first round, and I had my doubts, and I kind of wondered why would a team that is 0-7 that hadn't come close in a game all year long want to even come to Cashion and play the Wildcats. And then I talked to Coach Wood. And just said, hey, what are they thinking? And he said, here's what they're thinking. They're thinking they're football players, they're football coaches, they're competitive. They want to really get after it. They're a team that has had some really good football teams in the past.
Absolutely.
And, they're a town and a school that's rich in football tradition, and so they're wanting to come play and say, and the coach is even going to kind of use this as a step, to maybe move them in the right direction and say, hey guys, we're coming to Cashion. That's where we want to be, and let's go out down there and learn something tonight. And yeah, they probably they know they're the underdog, but at the same time they're coming in thinking, we're going to go out there, put all on the field, leave it all on the field, and see what we can do against a team that has a chance to go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, when you take a look at their path to the playoffs, it's not pretty.
No.
But in a world of COVID-19, a team that probably should not be anywhere near the playoffs at all, they have a chance to come in and play one more game. And, hey, you know what? Instead of maybe playing somebody in district or somebody else as a kind of a mini bowl game, they're like, hey, let's take on one of the best teams in the state.
Yep.
It's been a tough one. Again, big losses down the road within district, et cetera, but definitely appreciate their history and everything that you offered up.
And
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, and I don't think Cashion's going into this game thinking, we're just going to run all over this team. Just, last week when we had Coach Shackelford in at our post-game interview, we just asked him, we were talking about games later down in the year. We were talking about in the playoffs. We were talking about Pawhuska, and we were talking about different. And he said, what I'm worried about? I'm worried about next week Wynnewood come to town.
Right.
And that could be coach talk, but I really think Coach Shackelford is one of those coaches that we have to win each week because he's been there and gotten beat by a team that he probably shouldn't have couple years.
Yep.
And so he doesn't take anything for granted. So I think the boys will be prepared and ready to go. offensively for Wynnewood tonight, I think we'll see them. They spread the ball out. They spread everybody out. They have 2x2. They'll have trips. They throw the ball a lot. So let's look and see what they do. If they try to change it up and try to run a little more. Looks like over the past 4 games though, they kind of had a little bit of a balance. We haven't got to watch much film on them. We've watched found a few games that we could really watch and kind of pick them apart. But offensively, man, everything that I've seen is going to be they're going to try to throw the ball around, try to find some spaces in the Cashion Wildcat defense to get the ball down the field. Defensively, they'll run like a 4-3 defense. They've got some big guys that can come off the edge and really rush the quarterback, but they'll try to stop the run, and kind of almost like Crescent did last week. That's their game plan. Try to stop the run and then bring pressure on the quarterback to stop any kind of a passing threat. And I think that's just going to open up the field for down the field for Ben and the receivers, kind of like it did against Crescent last week. We'll see how that plays out, but I have a feeling we're going to see the ball down the field and striking early and often for the Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah, no, certainly, and hey, it's playoff football, and we're looking at them warm up right now. I'm seeing kids that can run fast. There's some big, tall kids, athletic kids. So I appreciate Coach. It's not just Coach speech. Coach speak from Coach Shackelford. If we take a look at the Cashion Wildcats, last week's what would have been, I guess, in essence, senior night, which we already had, but it was basically for the District A3 title. Cashion took down Crescent big time, 55-7. Huge win. Cashion moves to 10-0. Big night for Ben Harmon, 353 yards on 15 completions, 3 TDs, no interceptions. Caden Harrell had 6 carries, 83 yards, another 3 touchdowns. It's a crazy night. Brexton Green chipped in 163 on catches, on 8 catches and a touchdown. And, of course, it's a broken record. Justice Broadbent, human heat-seeking missile, another 9 tackles, leader on the team on tackles, and has been since he's returned game by game. Some interesting notes. Again, 3rd straight district title for the Cashion Wildcats, 3rd straight 10-0 regular season. And according to Cashion Football Facts, Clayton Harmon and Lane Broadbent, best scoring defense in Cashion history as part of 11-man. And so we find ourselves here from last week. As we kind of break down last week and kind of move forward, even plays. Certainly, I think the one thing that stands out to me is the total yards. Anything from your perspective stand out, Chris?
It was last week. It just seemed like there was a little higher intensity coming into that very first play, and I think Lane spoke on that, and Coach Shackelford really got after the boys in the locker room and really gave them a speech to kind of get them motivated and say, hey guys, this is our rival, let's get out there and don't start slow. And what happened? First play of the game, went for a touchdown, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, certainly you could feel it, right? You could feel it going on. So, hey, listen, that was a great breakdown and rundown. Chris, appreciate it. Get you ready kind of what happened last week, what to expect. We're going to go a quick timeout. Chris has got his players to watch.
Yes,
and
sir.
The Gibson Legacy Insurance, keys of the game. You don't want to miss that as we kind of move closer. We're about 20 minutes from kickoff, getting close. Hey, and if you are watching now, God bless you. The game was listed at 7:30 on the bracket. And that's standard for OSSAA. But typically in years past, and ever since I've been here, if we have a home game, it's 7 o'clock.
Yep.
And that's what to expect. So tonight I know we had a lot of questions. Love you guys reaching out to us on Facebook and Twitter. That's exactly why we have those social mediums. Actually, it was just Facebook. It was never Twitter, but nonetheless, Facebook good enough.
I'm sure somebody saw it and learned something new on Twitter.
Hey, we love your guys' interaction, your feedback. Obviously, we love the likes and the loves, but and the retweets. But definitely make sure that you follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. We'll have all the updates for you, and we'll make sure and get game times, etc. And you know what, Chris and I, we make mistakes too every once in a while. We're not shy to.
Not very often.
We're not shy to get corrected. So make sure that you're following us during the game, after the game. And leading up to games down the road with football, and of course, as basketball season starting here soon. So we'll go to a quick commercial. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Have a pest problem? Call Rural Pest Solutions today. We offer as-needed services as well as a variety of treatment schedules. We're family-owned and operated, and we specialize in treating life's smallest problems: spiders, ants, roaches, termites, mice, and more. For both residential and commercial, we're ready to solve your pest problems today. So call Rural Pest Solutions in Cashion, 405-238-6565. Proud supporter of Wildcat athletes.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
All right, welcome back to Maxon Field here in beautiful Cashion, Oklahoma, where your Cashion Wildcats, ranked number 2 by Squirtle, will be taking on the 0-7 Wynnewood Savages here on round 1 of playoff football here, 2020 style. Super exciting. So if you just left us, we just broke down a little bit of last week for the Cashion Wildcats and what to expect from our visiting Wynnewood Savages, led by Lucas Aslan. This is one of I like this section because we really start to get an idea of the players to watch for Wynnewood. So, Chris, if we take a look at Chris's players to watch here for tonight's game, who do you have for us?
Yeah, I have on the offensive side, we really want to watch out for number 6, 160-pound senior quarterback, number 9, Brian Burney. He's got a good arm. He's got good speed. Burney's the kind of kid that if he has time to sit back in the pocket, he can deliver a strike down the field. And if he sees an opening, I mean, he's got the quickness and the legs to eat up some yardage with in the run game also. Defensively, you want to watch out for number 44, 6'5", 240-pound senior. Defensive end, Zach Ray. He's strong on the edge as an edge rusher. He uses his size and strength coupled with some quickness to get up the field and really sure up that field, that run game on the edge. And then he can get to the quarterback and really rush that quarterback and get there and put pressure and really disrupt some passing game. So watch out for those two players from Wynnewood tonight and see if we don't hear their name getting called quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the Zach Ray kid is ridiculously big. I mean,
yeah, he's a big boy.
We were just talking earlier, 6'5", 240. He has a phenomenal frame. He's kind of a wide receiver tight end for them.
Yep.
We were just saying we'd love to see him maybe at left tackle.
Yep.
He'd have a chance, I think, maybe to go far. I don't know if he's being recruited right now. He's got a great size, but the kid, you can definitely see him when he comes out in the field for sure. And with Brian Burney, we were taking a look at some of his stats from the last four games. Right around 40% completion, 15 for 39, about 189 yards. He rushes it a few times, but certainly, we watched some warm-ups, had a zip on the ball, and it's hard for us to sit here and wonder that how this team is 0-7 on the year just based on kind of what we see. So, Chris, if we kind of change our tunage and take a look at the Gibson Legacy Insurance keys of the game, what do you have for us?
Yeah, on the offensive side of the ball, I think Cashion, if they can just control the line of scrimmage and, the big boys up front really control that area up in the front and give Ben some time to find his receivers, I think the Cashion offense will score early and often. Be disciplined. limit the penalties. I do want to see our offense come out and operate without having those flaws. Right. This is the playoff. This is where lots of penalties can hurt you, and there's nothing like no time like the present to get that right. Defensively, pressure the quarterback. We talked about it. They throw the ball a lot. Get up in his face. Wynnewood is a passing team, and they'll throw almost any down. So getting to the quarterback will be a big part of this victory, and I think Coach Wood and the defense will be in Bernie's back pocket pretty much all night. And then stay healthy. The most important part of the playoffs is to stay healthy. That will not be a key just to this game, but that'll be a key to the success of the Cashion Wildcats going forward in the playoffs, and that's something that's going to be big every single year. But definitely in a game like this tonight, where it might get out of hand, get those kids off the field, keep them healthy, go on to the next game.
Amen. We heard some good news about Mason Manning. What was that, Chris, that you heard about?
So I guess the targeting call that was that they made on the field last week got, I think, downgraded to maybe just a what was it, unsportsmanlike.
Okay.
And so he will be playing today. It won't be a suspension like we thought it could be.
All right. So Cashion Wildcat TV coming through.
Trying.
Playing the video. Hey, for Cashion right now, we are getting ready for the national anthem, I believe. The referees are coming out on the field. We'll go through projected starters real quick for you. On the offense, again, led by Ben Harmon, quarterback junior, has had, I couldn't even tell you, probably close, what do you think, 3,000 yards passing? I couldn't even tell you. It's phenomenal. We need to get the stats updated from Lane on the year.
Yeah.
Caden Harrell at running back, Brexton Green, senior wide receiver, Lane Lagasse, Mason Manning, Nick Nababi, rounding out that wide receiver crew. On the line, led by Kyler George and Colton Southall, both seniors doing a great job. Joey Wilson at center. On the left of him is Kanan Maroney. On the right, Martinez. And then Jacob Farrow, who is out, will most likely be spelled by Jackson Vandruff on defense. We have Coach Wood's 3-4 alignment, led by Kyler George and Vandruff on the edges. Maroney, the bowling ball, strong kid, do it all up in the middle. Justice Broadbent, Caden Harrell, Nick Nababi, and Jacob Farrell will be replaced by Mason Manning at that outside linebacker. And the DBs, Landon Lagasse, Gavin Phippen, Brexton Green, and we believe if it goes like last week, Max Brown will be sophomore, will be coming in. Number 3 will be coming in at safety. With that, we'll go to the field where I think we have the band getting ready. Chris, I'm not sure if we have time, but we'll definitely want to get your predictions here pretty soon. We've got about 11 minutes on the clock. We'll go to a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the national anthem, and we'll have the presentation of the captains and the coin toss. Thanks so much for joining us here on Cashion Wildcat TV. This is Neiman and Bobby. Chris Gibson here, having a great time as we have the start of the 2020 playoffs.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
All right. My man Ogletree. Don't mess with that guy if you need some help. Attorney law.
Yes, sir.
Make sure to help him out. We also have Maple, Nix, and Diesel Horse, some great groups. Out on the field, we have the captains out there. Looks like we've got our man Caden Harrell. Do you have a number there for the Wynnewood player? He's got his jersey wrapped up around his shoulder pads. Not sure who that might be. Maybe wild guess. Maybe Derek Fields. I don't know. He looks about the same height as Caden. I have no idea. But we have our man, in terms of the officials, we've got referee Bobby Davis with the flip.
New camera, feeling it.
It's like Wynnewood did win the toss. Cashion, looks like Wynnewood's going to receive. And they will. So Wynnewood wins the toss. Coach Aslan leaving it all on the field. He's going to receive. Handshakes there, Cashion Wildcats in their white helmets with the big C. Black tops with maroon numbers and lettering with the gold outline, gold pants, looking sharp tonight for round 1 of football. And, again, in terms of our officials tonight, we certainly appreciate them. We got a nice little message from John Hardaway. We would never be terrible on the officials, would we, Chris?
Heck no. We love our officials. We could not do this. We could not have games if we didn't have officials.
Yes. So as a broadcasting service representing Cashion Public Schools, we're definitely going to try our best to make sure and do what we need to do to support these guys. Referee Bobby Davis, umpires Skip Zabel, linesman Paul Mangwasser, line judge Rick Clark, and back judge our favorite guy, Trent Davis. So,
District A3. At this time, would you please rise and join the Cashion Daniel Daniel Babas and the Private Cashion March Band as they play our national anthem.
All right, God bless America, the greatest country in the universe. So lucky to live here. Great job there by the Cashion band. Love them and appreciate everything that they do.
At this time, Cashion Public Schools would like to take this opportunity to recognize and show our appreciation for all veterans who have served and will have our purpose serving our country. The freedoms that we enjoy in our great nation have come at a tremendous cost for those who have given so freely of themselves. Today and every day we say thank you. At this time, please enjoy the Surface Ranch medley performed by Private Cashion. Please stand and be recognized when you hear your brand song.
All right, what a great job there by the Cashion Band, honoring our current and retired veterans here.
Round of applause for our veterans.
Fantastic job, and absolutely, it's one of my favorite days. I got to tell you, and I posted this on Facebook, Chris. It's one of my favorite days on Facebook, right? When we get to see all the folks honoring and paying respect to our veterans. It's fantastic. And we'll leave it here as the Cashion Band plays tribute to the great state of Oklahoma. Oklahoma, all right. And hey, you saw our cheerleaders there. They've got game day state tomorrow, 8:30 in the morning, Moore High School. We wish we could be there to broadcast it, but we're going to be working with the coaches, Casey and Amber, to maybe get some recording and get that on the video archive so people can take a look at their routines and have that archived for future. They got second place last year, hoping to get that, what would you call it?
I think they've got second place the 2 years in a row, so they're trying to get over that hump, get that win.
Like Cashion football.
Exactly. Maybe that's a precursor.
We also have another big Saturday tomorrow with the regionals. Mrs. Carnes and the academic team looking to get to state as well. Got a bunch of smarties and a bunch of athletes around here. It's
got some basketball tomorrow too, right?
Basketball at Broken Arrow in the Broken Arrow Classic up there, playing Tuttle and a bunch of other great teams up there. It's going to be a fun day for Coach Hardaway. And we have the FFA 4-H Booster Bash
tomorrow night.
And that's going to be live on CWTV tomorrow. So it's going to be a very active Saturday. It's a good thing that both OU and OSU are off.
That's right. We planned that.
We did. So with that, we've got about looks like a minute 25. Chris, my most favorite time of the game, almost outside of just us winning, but it's your predictions of the game. I've got my Sharpie out. I'm ready to go as the Cashion Wildcats run out to the field. So Chris, what you got for us tonight?
Well, you know, Wynnewood, with the tradition and everything that they have, they are just down this year. I mean, it is what it is. They just aren't to the level of where they used to be. And so I think Cashion's going to come out and I think it's going to be over pretty quick, but I think they're going to come out and strike early and often, and I think it's going to be 70-7 by the end of this game.
70-7. My Sharpie is a little out because of all the writing that I've done, but I have written it down, and we put it down. We'll mark it and see what happens. That would be a good day, and honestly, it'd be in alignment with what's happened with the rest of Wynnewood's season, but you never know. You know, playoff football, kids are fired up, ready to go. Maybe Coach Aslan's got a couple tricks hidden up his sleeve, and you know we expect to see.
Maybe they were sandbagging.
We talked about it. It's. I'm not sure if you sandbagged to 0-7, but
hey, that's what I'm saying though. And you talked about it. They've got some kids, and you're going to see out on the field tonight. They've got some big boys up front. They've got some kids with some speed, and it's just. They just things have not worked out for them this year, and I think Wynnewood, you know, down in the next few years, look for them to come around and really buy into Coach Aslan's system and maybe start showing back up and getting back up to that level where they were, you know, late 80s, early 90s when they won 4 or 5 in a 6-year period or something like that.
Remember guys like James Allen playing for Wynnewood who went on to play at OU and the NFL. It's fantastic. So as Cashion will move out again, white helmets, black tops, gold pants. Wynnewood in their red helmets, white stripes with white tops, red numbers, numerals, white pants will be out there. Kicking off for the Cashion Wildcats, moving from east to west, right to left on your screen is my man, the Dr. Christensen, will be kicking off. I'm not sure if we're kicking off. I'm not sure. Yes, they're going to flip. That's what I thought as Kate and Harold Well, no. Is that right? Yeah, I guess he was on that side. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter. Let's kick the ball off. Deep for the Wynnewood Savages, number 27. Well, actually, I take that back. It looks like number 6. Yes, that's number 6, Moses Gibson.
Number 32, Lance Christensen.
Number 3,
Deep for the Savages,
Ruger Perry.
Bernie. And number 11, Cole Beasley.
Bunch formation for the Cashion Wildcats. We fake you out. It'll be a deep kick. 16, Matt Christopherson is deep. High, it's going to go to Christopherson. It's going to land right around the 27. Bounces in, out of bounds. Oh, that was close. Had a wicked return, nice little back wedge on that one. Will go out of bounds. Max Brown was close to it. And it looks like it'll be Savage's ball starting first down and 10 right around the 35.
Yeah, that was about 6 inches from being Cashion's ball right there. I mean, it landed right on the line and bounced right back into Max's hands. And, man, 6 inches would have been Cashion football on the 35. But as it is, Wynnewood ball.
So, as Chris alluded, Wynnewood will come out. Looks like they're going to get the ball at the 37, I guess. It went out 2, I guess, with the 5 on the procedure. So, it'll be right around the 37-38. Brian Burney, senior quarterback, 6 foot 160. He's back there with number 16, Matt Christopherson, junior, 5'9", 175. 2x2. We've got Fields, Lyle, Gibson, and Zach Ray. Big kid, 6'5", 240, split out there in the slot.
A quarterback for the Savages.
Burney will look to the sideline. Coach Aslan will give him the call. We'll change up there. Christopherson out to the left of Burney. Snap. Give to Christopherson. He cuts back up. There's nowhere to go. Kyler George, Maroney, Caden Harrell. Half the team was back there. I couldn't see who the initial hit was by. We'll just give it to Kyler George on that, and that'll be a tackle for loss. Bring up second down and long.
George on the back for the offense.
Yeah, I think George, I think he came unblocked and was almost there before the ball even was handed off. They're going to have a long night if they can't get a stop on those 3 boys up front.
Second and 12, 11:29 here. First quarter action. Probably smart play by Coach Aslan to take the ball, honestly. Snap, Mason Manning on the blitz. Kyler George on the blitz. Passes out. Does it hit the ground? They're going to give him the catch. I thought it hit the ground, but looks like number 6, Moses Gibson on the catch for about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be third down and about 8 here.
Brings up third down and 8 for the Savages.
Yeah, and that time, just ran a little out there, a hitch. And like I said, you want to get pressure on him, and Mason was there and got a hand on him. He just got it out there a little quicker and got the 4 or 5 yards.
Matchup here to look for, I guess, is going to be Max Brown at safety, looks like, versus number 44. Max giving up at about 6-7 inches on him. Third down and long. Burney with the snap. Give to Christopherson. He'll cut back up the middle. It's like Nabavi on the tackle. Will cut underneath. There'll be a gain of 1. I'll bring up fourth down and about 7 here for the Cashion Wildcats. Is it a punt time or is it go for it time?
The film I watched on them, if it's fourth down and there's much room at all, they're punting. And, I just don't think Coach wants to give them the ball right there on the 40-yard line. They got a punter that can get the ball down the field and back them up a little bit so they're not, on their side of the field starting out the game.
Number 10, Nicholas Garza.
Nick Garza, punter out, senior. 5'10", 150. He'll get it off. Brexton Green is deep, but I don't think it's going to get close to him as the ball goes. Nice little skip there. Hits right around the 47, out of bounds, right around that spot. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats. 9:48 here. That, I guess you can consider that a win for the Savages, right? I mean, took off a couple minutes and see if the defense can bow up.
That's one thing. I think I texted you whenever I was watching the game is. Watching some of the film from Wynnewood is if they're throwing the ball and they're not making completions and the clock is stopping, it is going to be a long game for Wynnewood. And if Cashion can score quick and they get the ball back and they're passing the ball and not making completions, that's when a game can get way out of hand.
Going deep. Harmon, look, he's got coverage out to Manning. Had to turn around. Nice coverage there by number 18, Christian Gonzalez, 5'9", 155 senior. And just like against Crescent, Cashion goes student body fly.
Yep. And that's, I mean, they dropped. There was 5 guys back there in coverage, and so they were ready for it. They knew, you know, what Cashion kind of is doing this year, and you know, first play of the last 2 or 3 games, I think they've gone deep. So they were ready for it. Now let's see what they can do with some of this other stuff. Maybe get Brexton on the edge and get him on the sideline going for a touchdown.
And just like that, Brexton on the screen. He's got some great blocking to the 50. Stiff arm back to the 40. Still on his feet. Right around the 30-yard line for a Cashion first down. Nice work there. A little pitch and catch. Hurry up offense for the Cashion Wildcats as Ben Harmon gets everybody up to the line. 2 by 2 for the Cashion Wildcats. Nick Nababi now split out, moving from tight end. Harrell to the right of Harmon. 1st and 10. Looks like everybody went except for Joey Wilson, and that'll be a false start. So Wilson looks over and goes, "Hey, what's up? I have the ball. You guys have to do it when I do it."
Yeah, he seriously, everybody moved besides him, and then he stood up and kind of looked like, wait, hold on, what count were we on here?
That's 1st and 15, 9:32 here. Cashion looking for its first score of the game, 0-0. Deep pistol for Harrell. It'll be a give to Harrell, right side. He cuts back up, huge hole. Cuts back to his right, still on his feet, to the 20. The Moose is loose. Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. 35-yard run by my man, senior Caden Harrell, and we're on the board.
Yeah, that time, I mean, there was a hole the size of a bus could have drove through that hole, and then by the time he gets to the second level, he just, you know, uses his vision, makes a cut, and gets to the edge and gets into the end zone. A big run for Caden Harrell, and I think we're going to see that a lot tonight. If they're going to drop that many people back into coverage, we're going to see Caden have a lot of success running the football tonight.
Kick is up. It's good. The Doctor puts up the extra point. And with 9:23 left here in the first quarter, it's the Cashion Wildcats hitting the score button on the scoreboard. 7-0 over the visiting Wynnewood Savages.
Yep, just a good drive. I mean, we had the one penalty, but overall, I mean, every single play was a success other than that very first play where it was still, you know, hit off of Mason's hands. It could have gone for a touchdown. So that's just kind of what you want to see out of the first drive. Come out, get that good drive, get that touchdown under your belt, and then get out there and play defense again. What happened last week after we had a big first touchdown drive? What happened? We kicked the onside kick. You think maybe we might see that again tonight?
I don't know. It's a good call. I think there was probably a little bit of maybe war on the 74 on Shaq's mind on that last one. But, you never know. We've seen Christensen basically rotate. He kind of went deep onside on that last one, on that very first kick. Second kick, who knows? Maybe go through the rotation. I don't know how Coach Wood does it. Maybe he's got a little 8-ball over there that tells him what he wants to do. But
Magic 8-ball.
Magic 8-ball. Nonetheless, Cashion is up 7-0, 9:23. Kicking off from the 40, deep for the Wynnewood Savages, number 16. Matthew Christofferson. That's most likely going to be the man of the hour on that side of the Cashion sideline. Deep onside, Christofferson will have a chance. He's going to watch it hit. He'll catch it right around the 17. Pursuit, Max Brown. Speedster out there, catching him up. Boom! Great hit across the middle. Didn't see who that was lining up. Was that Justice Broadbent? I think it was.
No, I think that was Cooper Frazee.
Cooper Frazee, my man, number 2, the freshman, coming off the edge on the outside. Basically, Max Brown luring him into the trap. And just like that, we have a tackle and a stop, and the Savages will have the ball right around the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Pistol look formation for the Savages. Blitz is on for Cashion. Looking to go. They changed the call. Hey, partner, do you see who's in the backfield? Is that 16? Is that Christofferson or is that somebody else? I can't tell. Their numbers are all bunched up.
I think it is 16, yep.
Okay. Harrell and Nababi looking to shoot. They actually pull back. Passes up. Nice screen play to 27. Coming back. Manning with the tackle. Nice work there by 27. Derek Fields And we have a flag on the play, which does not surprise me.
The way he came in and tackled, I'm guessing he must have got a little bit of the face mask where the way it came in.
So with the play, it's a 9-yard gain on the reception from Bernie to Fields. We do have a face mask referee Bobby Davis. It's the 5-yard incidental variety. And so with the mark-off, that'll give the Savages their first down of the game. 9:07 here from the 39.
First down.
Nice little find there on that slant to Bernie from Bernie to Fields. 2-by-2 for the Savages. Pistol look. Coach Aslan working every bit of the clock in this game already. And looks like we've got a false start. Sure will be. And that's the deal. When you ask your offense to stay out there and to run clock, they got to sit still for 25 to 45 seconds. And that makes things extra tough on them.
Start on the Savages. Brings up first down and 15.
So with the mark-off, it's first down and 15, double sticks for the Savages. Bernie in shotgun. Behind him is Christopherson. Blitz looks like is on Nabavi and Harrell looking to come up the A-gap. We'll see what happens here. They blitzed last time, Chris, and they were hit 27 Fields, who's actually split out solo on Gavin Fippen. Bernie points to him. Let's see if they go to him. Snap. Back to pass. Across the middle. Pressure's on. Maroney in his face. Catch is made. It's fumbled. We have an incomplete pass. Nice coverage there by Justice Broadbent. Big hit from Maroney. And that'll bring up second down and long.
Yeah, that was one of those incompletions that probably was the best possible outcome. He was about, 5 yards in the backfield, and if he would have caught that, Justice and Camden were there to put him down. And so dropping that ball was probably better for the Wynnewood offense.
Second down and long, second and 15. Manning looks like showing the blitz. We've got a bunch formation here, trips formation for the Savages looking left. I'm not sure if this might be a run opportunity for them. Bernie with the give to Christopherson. He goes to right side. He's got a lane. Bobby there with the tackle. Looks like he'll get about 2 or 3 on that.
I think that was number 18, Gonzalez ran the ball.
I told you. That's Christian Gonzalez, senior, 5'9", 155.
Yep. And he had a couple big plays in some of the games that we got to watch, and he'll be one of those kids to watch too. I think he has some quickness and some speed. If he can find an edge or two, he might be able to eat some yards up.
Third down and long, third and 11, 7:46 left in the first quarter. Bernie in shotgun. Snap. He'll look to pass. Looking to cross the crossing route. Vandruff and chase. Caden Harrell coming back. Running for his life. Eventually brought down by Kyler George. Nice tackle for loss and sack for the Cashion defense. Bernie had nowhere to go. And that'll bring up fourth down and super long for the Cashion Wildcats as they get a stop and a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, Jackson Vandruff just come right through there and was in his face before he knew what was going on, and just missed that sack by inches. And then, but heck, who was there? George was there to clean it up, and just nowhere to go for the Savage quarterback.
Green deep for the Wildcats.
High snap, pressure on. Good punt there. Nice work. Fair catch by Braxton Green. Nice work there by the Cashion special teams. Will get the ball right around the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and that's the punt that I saw in the film that I watched. He's got a leg and can get the ball up in the air. And that time he was rushed. Still got a good punt off high enough to force Braxton into that fair catch.
And we do have a flag on the penalty. Did you see what the flag was?
I didn't see it. No.
Goodness gracious, I think that's the fourth penalty on the Cashion Wildcats on the night.
That was on Cashion?
They pointed us direction, partner. So, and if you're watching from home, I know they're drinking games out there right now. Not anyone do that with soda, with diet soda. But I think every time I say partner,
it must have been a decline. I mean, They didn't take it because that's about where he caught it right there. So
first down and 10. Trips right. Harrell to the right of Harmon. Screen pass to Manning. Manning's looking for a screen. He gets a nice move to the outside. Cuts it back to the inside. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Goes down. Would have loved for him to cut it back outside the sideline, but nonetheless, huge catch there for Manning all the way out into Savage's territory right around the 44.
Yeah, big play by Manning, and that's the kind of thing that Manning and Braxton can do. You know, those little bubble screens are just getting the ball out there on the edge to those guys that got speed and have the vision to find some openings. They can eat up the yardage quick, especially with the kids that are down the field blocking.
Got a deep out, going up high is Braxton Green. Still on his feet, circle down. Nice little catch there for about 8 yards to bring up second down right around the 35. Hurry up offense for the Cashion Wildcats as Coach Shackelford gets it in. We got Loco, crazy on the signal. Not sure what that's going to be. Maybe a deep route. Let's see what happens. We've got Nababi and Manning here on the right side. Harrell to the right of Harmon. Harmon back to pass. Looks go deep across the middle. Nababi with the catch goes up right on the 30. Nice job there with the reception and the first down. First and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats. 5:56. Hurry up offense.
The ball is down at the 30-yard line.
Nice little dig route there by Nababi as Manning was the decoy. Another pass looking right side. He's got Manning down the sideline going up. Just out of bounds. Looks like Hartman was trying to lead him to the corner.
Hartman's pass intended for Manning.
And that falls out of bounds, incomplete. It'll bring up second down and 10.
Second down and 10.
Yeah, and that time he was just putting it on that outside shoulder, and it just floated on him just a little bit, and Manning did a good job of trying to keep 1 foot in bounds. I think he make the catch, just could not keep that foot in the fair ground.
That's a gorgeous night. There's no wind. It's an absolutely gorgeous night for football tonight. Motion, Braxton Green, jet sweep. Left side, we do have a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Braxton gets the outside and is brought down. Nice work there by number 44, Zach Ray. We got multiple flags all over the place. Bobby Davis and the crew getting crazy with the yellow stuff. Braxton Green getting dragged down by his shoulder pads. No horse collar on that call.
Well, I think that's what that second flag coming in was, I believe. The first one was on probably illegal motion, that's what I'm guessing. And then on the tackle is when that other flag came in. So that may be where.
We do have face masks. Yep. So those are offsetting. So Manning will come off. We've got Lagasse, Harrell, Green. Double tight end set for the Cashion Wildcats as Jackson Vandruff and Nabavi bow up that left side of the line. Deep pistol for Harrell. Snap. Fake rollout by Harmon. Nice speed. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to keep it. Cuts it back up to 25. And will go down. Nice decision there by Harmon. Good coverage there by the Savages.
Yep.
And Cashion will have third down and about 4. Looks like about 4 from right around the 34.
Yeah, I was looking down the field just like Penn was, and there was nobody open. So yeah, like you said, great coverage by the Savages. And now that it's dropping back in coverage, yeah, I was going to say let's look for that run.
Absolutely. Harrell bowling over, guys, jumping over, hanging onto the ball. He'll have enough for the first down, and just like that, you're right, partner, they're going to drop everyone back. It's going to leave Mr. 9 wide open. This will test Coach Shackelford's patience, having to hand the ball off. 4:51 here. Cashion looking to put score number 2 on the board. First down and 10, right around the 25. Harmon back to pass, looking left side. Fade route. It's got my man, Lagasse, in the corner. That's a touchdown. Junior Lennon Lagasse, 2 hands, says, I got it. And that's a touchdown for your Cashion Wildcats as they go up 13-0 here midway through the first quarter.
And somehow they kind of lost Landon. I mean, he was wide open over there in the corner of the end zone, and Ben just laid it out there perfect for him, and the Wynnewood defensive back just could not get there before Landon caught it with the 2 hands for the touchdown.
Braxton Green on the hold, Christensen on the kick, snap, hold, kick is up, and that doctor is good for extra point number 2. And your Cashion Wildcats here on Cashion Wildcat TV, powered by Score. Up 14-0 here, 4:39 left in the first quarter. What you see there, partner, on the replay?
Yeah, that defensive back that was covering Landon just started cheating in, and Landon just went to the corner, and Ben saw that little bit of opening and just put it out there perfectly for Landon to catch that ball without and not have the defensive back really have any chance to get over there to make the play.
So just like that, your Cashion Wildcats are up 14-0. Christensen coming out with the kick. And I promise you, Chris and I are better prepared. We just didn't have any film on Wynnewood. We barely got a roster, and it looks like they're changing numbers up in position. So we're trying our best. The film we watched was from September, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
So lots could possibly have changed in the last couple months for the Wynnewood Savages. But Brian Burney on that last drive had that nice completion to 27. Derek Fields, nice little slant, read the blitz, had good protection.
Yep.
So
hey, if everybody. I want everybody to watch right here before this kick. Watch number 59, Aiden Plummer. He's on your screen, the second from the bottom here. Watch how he hustles down on special teams and makes plays almost every single week. We talk about him. So watch him right here. I want everybody to kind of focus on him and watch him hustle down the field.
This one will go out to Christopherson. He'll catch right on the 14. I'm sorry, he cuts back to the middle. He's got a lane. Nice speed there. Brought down eventually. It looks like that's my man Cooper Frazee. Another tackle. Justice Broadbent on there as well. And so with that, first down and 10 for the Savages, right around the 32-33 yard line.
Yeah, Cooper, the freshman, right? Coming in, making some tackles on special teams.
On special teams. That's how you do it here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, nothing's different. You take the opportunities that you get, and you make the most of it. Joey Wilson's going to come off. Colton Southall, the senior, number 50, will be coming in. Does a great job on the offensive line for us. Joining him is Kyler George, as well as Jackson Vandruff applying the pressure in that Tony Woods 3-4 look. Manning, Nabavi, Harrell, and Broadbent. We've got Green and Brown in the backfield, and on the corners we've got our man Gavin Fippen and Lagasse. Give to Christopherson. He'll look to right sides. Getting chased down by Kyler George. Eventually brought down. Little bump there by Caden Harrell doesn't help. Gain of 2 for the Savages on first down.
Yeah, good job by George just to come up the field and follow the play, and he was there to just chase him down and make the tackle. Watch those guys up front, man. Jackson Vandruff and George on this right side. They are both so good about getting up the field and making plays and really opening up lanes for our linebackers to really get in there and do some damage.
Second down and about 8. Looks like blitz is on from the outside. Bernie, low snap. He'll swing it out to the outside. Gavin Fippen on the edge. Nice swing. Number 8 takes it right out of bounds. Nice little job there by Aaron Lyle, the freshman, 5'10", 160, to get the outside of the reaching grasp of junior Gavin Fippen. And that'll be almost close to a first down. It's about 3rd down and 1 here. Nice job there by Bernie with pressure in his face.
Almost every time we've brought pressure like that, they've kind of called the right play right there, and the right play is to get that guy out there with a blocker in front when there's only one person there. And both times they've done it, they've got us for about 8 or 9 yards.
So if you got your big man, your guy to watch out for, Zach Ray on the right edge at halfback. Christopherson deep in the pistol. Look for a run to the right side here. 3rd and 1, running clock. Bernie with the snap, give to Christopherson. Kyler George inside across the lane. The tackle was made behind the line of scrimmage, but they're going to count they're going to give the running back Christopherson credit on drag. And that'll be a first down for the Savages there, their second first down of the game.
Yeah, I don't know how he got across the line there. Kyler George was on top of him before he even got to his lineman. But I guess on the way down, he must have got over that line for the first down.
Trips right. Coach Aslan using every second of this play clock in this game, trying to milk this for as long as he possibly can.
And do you blame him?
I don't. Bernie with rolling to his right, pressure's on. Pitch out to Zach Ray, big load. He's going to drag a few folks. Ball in the air, fumble, breaks it, Green gets it. He's got a chance, needs a couple blockers. To the 40, to the 30. He's got a convoy, 2-2. Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats on a fumble return, 50 yards by Braxton Green to the house.
that big boy Ray. I mean, he had the ball, making a good run and tough run, and somebody came in there and laid the wood to him, and that ball popped up. Brexton there, Johnny on the spot, got it and took it to the house.
You know, you can see the Zach Ray kid working hard. I'm not sure who punched it out, but I saw that ball pop up as he was trying to get extra yardage, and it came up, and the rest is history as Brexton Green watches the ball fall into his lap and hits the 50 in the Jets, and he's gone for touchdown number 3 for the Cashin Wildcats. Green with the hold, offsides, kick is up. It's good. I guess they're going to have to call it because it is in the neutral zone. I'm hoping we can decline it. Coach Shack asking the same thing. There's no need to re-kick. But I guess it's a dead ball. Is it a dead ball, Chris? I guess that's the story. Yep. Oh, it is declined. So we can. So we decline it? Or okay, we're going to decline the mark off.
Yeah. Hey, so on that fumble, I went back and looked. Landon Lagasse was there and came in to make the tackle, and it looks like he just had the ball in his hand.
He just ripped it out.
Ripped it out, and the ball went flying up, and Brexton got it and ran it for the touchdown.
Kick is up. Second time. It's good. That doctor makes it 3 in a row as your Cashin Wildcats are up 21-0. 2:56 left here in the first quarter. We're going to go a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cashin Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashin, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC. Christy Perry is a Cashin-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
All right, welcome back to Maxson Field here in beautiful Cashin, Oklahoma, here on a beautiful night of football as your Cashin Wildcats, playoff style, going up 21-0 over the visiting Wynnewood Savages. Huge fumble strip there by our man Landon Lagasse, who had the previous touchdown on a fade route, corner route. Brexton Green catches it midair and runs the 50-55 yards for the fumble return for a touchdown. And Christensen with the extra point. Deep for the Savages, we've got number 18, Christian Gonzalez, and Christopherson. Looks like those two guys have switched. They are going to go to Gonzalez now, who's switched up with Christopherson. There's the fumble! Brown on the ball! He's got it! His speedster all the way down, and he does! Cashin football on the fumble by Christian Gonzalez. He said, Christopherson, you should have come and got this one. It'll be Cashin football, 1st and 10, right at the 25-yard line.
Hey, there it is. You know, we talked about it last week with all phases of the game were hitting. Defense causing fumbles. Special teams coming out here and getting another big hit, big fumble, onside, or not even really onside kick, just a good hustle play. Got down there and got on the ball, giving our offense another shot to get in the end zone, like I said, early and often in this game.
Yeah, I expect Shaq to go deep here. We've got Brexton Green singled out on Fields. Manning matched up. Let's see where the safeties want to go on this one. They've got one deep. Harrell to the right of Harmon. Double tight end set. Snap. Fake. Go route to Manning. He's wide open. Touchdown! Cashin Wildcats, one play, 35 yards. Mason Manning picking up where he left off last week. Touchdown, Cashin.
Just like you said, I mean, you called it. They had, you know, those guys singled out there with single coverage and the safety right in the middle, and he was just too far to get over there and really help over the top. And Mason is just too good of a receiver to leave singled up out there, and got past him. Ben had plenty of room just to throw it out there for the touchdown. Another big touchdown pass for Ben Harmon to Mason Manning.
So we've got about 14 scores in 4 seconds. Kick is up. It's good. The doctor making another house call. 4 in a row for my man Lance Christensen Sr. And it's your Cashion Wildcats up 28-0 here in the first quarter. Playoff action, 2:48 left.
Yeah,
that's spelled doom. I'm just telling you, that's spelled doom. Max protect for Harmon. Give him a chance to put a ball up and let a playmaker like Manning go up and get it.
Yeah, I was just looking over. I kind of been trying to keep a little bit of a game flow chart, and so we've had Wynnewood's had 3 possessions. I think they've had 2 first downs.
Yep.
They've the first drive of the game they went 3 and out. Second drive punted, then they had that fumble, and then the fumble on the kickoff. So I mean, it's just one thing after another for them when they're on offense. They can't get rolling, but give credit to our defense to really shut them down and get in there, make fumbles, make something happen, and our special teams to make big plays too.
I expect Coach Aslan maybe to go back to Zach Ray there, not just from a confidence standpoint, but he's a senior. Want to give the kid another chance. Not going to bail out on the kid. He's again 6'5", 240. Christensen with the kick. He'll go high. 16, Christopherson with it. He'll catch it. Cut back. Nice little cut back. Looking for a few lanes. Nice little moves. Chase down there by Jake Branson. Yep. Nice job by the sophomore chasing him down, but nice return there by 16, Christopherson, who they moved back to the middle to give Gonzalez a chance. But after that fumble, Christopherson moved back to that sideline and gets it all the way out to the 47-yard line. They'll bring up first down and 10. I think the best field position here for the Wynnewood Savages. Looks like they've got twins up top, ace down below. They're going to go with that Zach Ray halfback full house buck look. Christopherson in the backfield with Bernie. I'm sorry, Gonzalez with the give, and there's my man Jackson Vandrup. Eat him up, some Savages there. Great job there by the sophomore getting across the line for the TFL tackle for loss.
Yeah, and Neem and I were kind of talking during that commercial break of, right now the boys up front are getting through the line to where we don't even really need to bring that pressure, because every time we brought the pressure is when they've kind of, made that right call and got the ball out on the edge. So let those boys up front really do the damage, and then just sit back and make plays on those passes.
It's like Ethan Wiedenauer, the sophomore, with the false start, little step there, getting excited. He saw, I think he had his man. We had, it's like, was that Cheese on the outside? I think they've got Camden Maroney lined up at DN now, mixing it up a little bit. Joey Wilson in at center, and Jackson Vandruff, rangy, speedy, strong kid out there on the left DN side. 2-by-2 for the Savages. 1:58 here, running clock, first quarter. Second down and double sticks, super long. Let's see what Bernie's got here. Most likely a pass. Blitz is on up the middle. They pull back. Pressure's on. Good job by Justice. Oh. Looking for the ball. Great break by Justice. Intended receiver number 6, Moses Gibson. Almost had a pick 6 there for my man. He needs a couple. He was averaging one every game, it seemed like last year.
Last year, it was every time he touched the ball, he was going for a touchdown. But that was, like you said, just a great break right there by Justice. Got out there, good coverage, got his hands up. The ball went in the air, and he was looking for it, and he just couldn't find it before he hit the ground.
Bunch formation to the right. Third down and super long. Got about 19 here from the 38. 146 there on the incompletion. Snap, looking to pass. Right side, 6 on the catch, will go down. Looks like we had Broadbent and Lagasse coming up in coverage. Credit the catch to Moses Gibson, Jr., 6'1", 175, but I think he may have got 6 inches on that one. So that'll bring up fourth down and 19 here. It'll be punting for the Savages here. Still with about a minute left in the first quarter. Is that Gonzalez that's our punter as well? Or is that number 10? That's Garza, Nick Garza. Brexton Green deep. Garza hit a beauty last time. I love the music we got going on here, a little Jaws. Uh-oh. Looks like we got false starts. So looks like the Savages were getting tricky there, and we do have a false start. We're going to trust the line judge, Paul Mangwasser. on the call. That'll move him back 5 yards. I don't know if this will change the call for Coach Lucas Aslan.
That is Christian Gonzalez back there punting.
Okay, it is Christian Gonzalez. Okay, number 18. They're changing stuff up on us all over the place. So Gonzalez out there with the punt. Cashin staying in their punt rush. Green sitting right around the Cashin 42. We're going to work that clock all the way down. We've got about running clock about 29 seconds here in the first quarter. Snap. Punt is off. Green's going to have a chance. He is going to catch it right around the 38, reverses field. Running as fast as to get across. He's got a couple blockers. He's got a chance to the 50, 45, 40, 25, 20. Cuts back. One guy to beat. 5 touchdown. Cashin Wildcats. Braxton Green on a 60-yard punt return. Good night.
Yeah, and that time just got around that edge, had that one guy to beat, got him beat, and then he started pointing out, block him, I'm going to score. And they got those guys blocked. He found the edge, and they had a chance to kind of bottle him up, and he made a good cut and got back to the middle of the field and got into the end zone.
So Braxton Green used the entire field to go 60 to the house for his second score of the night, his first one on a 50-yard fumble return.
Green on the hold.
Braxton will have to catch his breath to get the hold here as the doctor's out. High snap. Kick is up. Delicious. Nice work there by Lance Christensen. Looking good. 5th extra point, and just like that, it is 35-0 here with 7 seconds left in the first quarter as your Cashin Wildcats are up big here in first-round playoff.
Yeah, and this is second week in a row. You know, the Cashin Wildcats have just come out rolling, and I think we put up 35 in the first quarter last week too, and that's just the if you're coming out and you're not getting anything going on the offensive side of the ball, and you're playing Cashin, this is what can happen. It can snowball fast because Cashin can score on offense, Cashin can score on defense, and Cashin can score on the special teams, and that's all three things have happened this first quarter, and that's helped Cashin get up to that 35-0 lead here before the second quarter started.
Yeah, well said, Chris. Well said, and like I always tell you, if you're on mute because of me, I'm sorry, but you got to turn it up when my man Chris is talking because you're going to get educated. You're going to learn. If you were football dumb before, you're going to be football smart after listening to us.
Yeah.
Chris Gibson walk you and talk you through the game of football. So with that, Lance Christensen Sr. is out, number 32 to kick off. Deep is my man Christopherson, junior, 5'9", 175, right around the 20. Had a nice little return to the 50-yard line. Let's see if Christopherson is getting warmed up. I don't expect an onside here, do you?
No. I think we'll kick it deep.
Good to see some fresh guys out there. I see Dalen Stockton, Jace Evans out there on the kickoff. Deep out to it's like the 14, bobbled by Christopherson. He works back to the middle. He's going to try to cut back to the outside. Cuts a lane. Nice work there, but Matt, that's right. Got a little call there from my man Clayton Harmon. Took words right out of my mouth as Max Brown, the sophomore, stayed at home and kept his edge clear. And nice little return there by Christopherson on the bobbled snap. Gets it all the way out. Looks like to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, those two guys flying down the field, Aiden Plummer and Jake Branson, they're getting down there, but Christopherson is doing a good job of just getting past that very first initial push and getting on the edge and making a little run down the edge.
So with that, it's the end of this first quarter. Cashin up 35-0, up big here on Cashin Wildcats TV Power Bar Score. We're going to go a quick timeout. Be right back. Thanks so much for staying with us.
Hey, it's Chris here. The Cashin Wildcats have a legacy of success. Hard work and being prepared is how that legacy is protected. Home, auto, business, or life, the agents at Gibson Legacy Insurance will do the hard work to make sure you are prepared and your legacy is protected. Call or text me today at 405-283-3947 for your free insurance quotes. Go Wildcats!
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC Metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
Welcome back to Maxon Field. Second quarter action as your Cashion Wildcats are up 35-0. First down and 10 for the Wynnewood Savages right around the 31. Bernie with the snap, looking to pass, left side, little zip there, nice little catch. But it looks like was that number 27 to Fields. That's been his favorite target on the night. And that's a nice little play there on first down for the Savages. Running clock, 11:39. 2nd and 5 for Wynnewood, right around the 37-yard line. Pistol formation, trips right. Bernie gets the call from Coach Aslan. Cashion showing their basic 3-4, no blitz. Snap, give to Christopherson. He cuts back up. Nice little hold there. Actually, that was the number 18, Christian Gonzalez. Met in the hole there by Nick Nabavi. Nice little stop, but it is a gain of about 3 or 4 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd down and short for the Savages. I was expecting to see our man Zach Ray kind of out there at lead blocker. They may look to pass to him, and this may be 2-down territory for Coach Aslan. Blitz is on up the middle. Give to Gonzalez out the outside. Manning there with the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down. Good work there by the Savages on a 3-play first down drive thus far.
Yeah, every play on that this drive so far has been positive for them. That time Jackson just got up the field a little too quick. I think he got a little bit inside and they got around the edge on him and just enough to get that first down.
Check that. First down to 10.
Trips left for the Savages. Give Bernie rollout option left. Getting chased by Jackson. The pitch is out there. Met at the hole. Met at the line. Looks like was that Justice Broadbent?
Christopherson on the carry.
I think so. My man Justice Broadbent on the edge there on the tackle. Will be a short gain of about maybe half a yard.
No gain.
Second down and long.
Yeah, and the quarterback, Bernie, I mean, he kept the ball as long as he could there and got a good pitch out there. But, man, when you have the speed that the Wildcats have on that edge, they just could not get around there, even with the good pitch.
See, this is what we're talking about. They've got athletes. They've got kids that can run. It's not like they got a bunch of kids who have got 2 left feet. Their speed, size. Bernie looking to pass. He'll roll to his right, looking for the out to Ray. Good job there by Mason Manning. Going low at the knees at Zach Ray, which is the smart play, and that'll be a big tackle for loss on that pass completion, and they'll be back all the way to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Mason Manning right there just to come up, knowing it's a big boy, just went low, made a good tackle, sure tackle for the big loss.
3rd down and 12, 9:07 here in the second quarter. Ball at the 40-yard line on the Savages side. 2-by-2 for Wynnewood. Gonzalez now moves to the right of Bernie. Most likely pass situation, maybe a screen. Let's see what we got here dialed up. Looks like blitz by the Cashion Wildcats. Pressure's on. Caden Harrell's there, and he's got the sack. Number 9 getting active. Can't block him, and that'll bring up 4th down and long. Punting situation for the Wynnewood Savages here. Early second quarter action, 8:33.
Loss of 2 brings up.
Yeah, even though they thought they had him blocked, man, Bernie found a little bit of room and just turned and ran right into 9, and that's where the run stopped.
Christopherson back to punt.
So Gonzalez out. Is that Christopherson or Gonzalez? Me and Dirk are going to have a fight here. Okay. It is Gonzalez. We have to let him know what 18 and 16 look like. It's all that elk jerky that he's been handing out. We love Dirk sharing his elk jerky with us. It's delicious. Nabavi, like you weren't going to block that 4. So Nick Nabavi with the offsides will give a free 5. We'll move it up. It just means extra yardage for Braxton Green on the return.
Yeah.
Don't expect that from the second born. He's usually pretty conservative. So with that, it'll move it up 5 yards to about the 43, 42 of Winnie Wood. Still punt formation. 4th down and 10 for the Savages. Gonzalez has done a great job punting. This may be a deal where he may want to try to angle this one and keep this one away from.
I would not want to put it back in Braxton's hand after the return he had last time.
They're going to use every second on this clock. I'm not sure if you're going to take a game, Chris, to come play, then why are you trying to milk the clock down 35-0? Brown on the punt block opportunity. They do kick away from Green. Green's going to let that one roll wisely, or you've been yelled at by Coach Wood, and they'll roll all the way down to the 25. I appreciate gamesmanship by Coach Aslan, but if you're going to come out, you're 0-7, you want to come play, you're down 35, why are we trying to work the clock? Why are we trying to do that? Just play the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a close game and the game plan's working and you've been able to move the ball some and get in the end zone and keep it close, run that clock. But when it's 35-0 and you're down and you've got to get something going,
that's hard on your team. Sit out there and watch the clock roll down.
Yep.
All right, so with that, catch and ball again. Possession number 6 on the night.
I think this is the worst field position we've started with.
Manning with the hitch out to the 30, breaks the first tackle. Stiff arm, try, get off me, son. Still in bounds. Nice job there by Harmon finding Mason Manning. The junior's had a great night receiving. Gets it all the way out. Looks like the 37-38, and it'll be a first down for Cashin.
Yeah, if you're going to come in and make a tackle on Mason Manning, you better come in, hit those hips, and drive. Don't come up high because the kid is so strong. He's going to throw you off of him. And right there, that's exactly what he did and went for another 5 yards after the kid had him wrapped up. But, man, Mason's so strong. He just got him off of him, went for an extra 5.
Snap, fake. Looking to go with that post route, that hippo. Rolls out, Harmon still looking, staying patient. Finds Lagasse, nice little catch it. Right around the 49 for another first down. Great work by Harmon, staying patient, getting out to the edge, letting Lagasse clear the zone, and hits it for a huge pass and another first down for the Cashin Wildcats.
Yeah, you can see Ben, and he almost said, I'm going to tuck it and run, but then he saw Logan coming across the field, got the pass over to him, and a big pickup.
He saw 35-0 on the scoreboard and said, hey, you know what? Let me throw one.
Yep.
So Jackson Vandriff coming off. Looks like single tight end set for the Wildcats. Going to be a give to Harrell, right side. He's been kind of quiet today. We do have a holding call. We can't have a Cashin Wildcat game without a holding. Referee Bobby Davis right on the spot. And this one will be coming back. Sure enough, we have it. It looks like it'll be right around the line of scrimmage. So we'll have first down and 20 here for the Cashin Wildcats. 6:30 left. You know, just taking a look by memory, I think Harmon has hit every single receiver on the team tonight. He's hit Lagasse with a touchdown. He's hit Green on a couple of catches on those swings and a jet. Manning's got a touchdown. He's hitting a Bobby on a little dig.
Yep.
The only person that hasn't gotten one is either Caden Harrell on a screen or Jackson Vandruff. Maybe we might want to watch for 88 out there to get open. First down and 20 from the 42. 6:24 running clock here. Cashin side of the field. Harmon looking to his right. He's got a play. The intended receiver was Nabavi. Threw behind him. Nabavi's not that fast, Ben. You could have let him, son. He's going to come back forward. He's going to tell his BFF, hey, hit me out in front. Incompletion will stop the clock. 6:13. Second down and 20. And Nabavi had a chance.
Yeah, and they brought some pressure that time and got into Ben's face, and I think that's what kind of made him rush that throw and wasn't as accurate as Ben usually is.
So incompletion will stop the clock. 6:13. 2-by-2 for the Cashin Wildcats. Snap. We have a false start here.
Flag on the play.
Oh, offsides. Hey, we'll take it. I just assumed it was going to be on us. So
what they say about when you assume, right?
That's right. You make a butt out of you and me. I make a butt out of myself all the time. You guys know that. You've been listening for a couple of years. So with the five on the step off, it's now 2nd and 15. Cashin staying in that same formation, 2-by-2. Harmon with the screen, a tunnel to Lagasse. He'll cut back inside. He's going to be tackled there. Nice job there by Fields. Lagasse danced. He needed a run. But nonetheless, it'll be a pickup of about 3 yards. I love seeing Legas on that play. I just want him to use his speed and just get out there. He's got some blockers. So we've got a couple on it. 5:50 here. Second down and about, we'll give it about 13. Right from midfield. Definitely 4-down territory for the Cashion Wildcats. Harmon back to pass, looking to the left. Deep. Oh, goodness. Had a chance. Brexton Green on the route. Fields throws his hands up, gets the ball. Was that a busted play? I'm not sure what was going on there.
Yeah, Brexton just kind of was jogging down the field, down the sideline, and then when he saw the ball in the air, turned it on a little bit. But yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. But, I mean, he was open there for a second.
He was. I think Fields just kind of went back and just put his hand up and made a great play there from the corner position. So 4th and 13 from the 50. Caden Harrell in the deep pistol. 2x2. Looks like the Savages backing down. They've got 5 DBs and a little snap. Harmon looking to his left. He's got the out to Brexton Green. Nice little catch. Cuts it up. Runs out of bounds, but not after a first down. Nice work there by Ben Harmon finding Brexton Green. A couple extra yards on the yard after catch, and we've got a first down for Cashion just like that.
Yeah, and the defensive backs were just pretty much lined up across the first down, where the first down marker was, and Brexton made a catch and just made a move to get that first down, and they couldn't stop him.
So first down and 10. Cashion looking to threaten here on Savage's side. Give to Harrell left side. Got a stiff arm, spin move, back to his right. Cuts it back up, another shift, and the Moose is loose for another touchdown. Caden Harrell, my man, showing circle, square, getting to the end zone. And that's touchdown number 6 for the Cashion Wildcats. Here early in the second quarter, 5:20 left. Goodness gracious, what a great run there by Caden.
I mean, what do you say about a run like that? I mean, the kid was there. Caden stiff-armed him to the ground, ran back into the middle, almost into the teeth of the defense, and then just saw a lane, got to the edge, and got into the end zone before Wynnewood really even knew what hit him.
High snap. Great job by Brexton Green on the hold. And that kick is up. The doctor is good. Perfect on the night. 6 for 6, and the Cashion Wildcats are up huge. 42-0 here in first round action. A nice little dissection by Ben Harmon, coming down the field, finding Legas on that rollout. Another great play to Brexton Green to pick up the 4th down conversion, and then just hand the ball off to my man Caden Harrell as he bumbles and stumbles and spins and jukes and basically pushes everyone down for a 35-yard run to make it 42-0 Cashion over the visiting Wynnewood Savages.
And you know, I was doing my play chart here, and that's the only 4th possession for the Cashion Wildcats. You know, they've had the big punt return for a touchdown. They've had the defensive touchdown. So really, I mean, they've done just as much damage on the defense and the special team side of the ball tonight. But 4 possessions for the Cashion Wildcats and 6 touchdowns isn't a bad night.
Christensen set the kick again for the Wildcats.
So kicking off from right to left. Christensen most likely look for Christopherson. They do. They hit Christopherson right around, looks like the 21. He'll 20-yard line. He'll cut back to the middle. He's going to get to the edge. Gets outside. Max Brown at home. No, sir. And he's going to take him right out of bounds as Max Brown seals the edge and pushes Christopherson out of bounds for about a 6-yard kickoff return. Well, actually, I'm sorry, a 12-yard. As they'll be picking the ball up right around the 31-yard line. 5:15 left here in the second quarter. Cashion keeping their first-team defense. Most likely, you got to believe Coach Shack and Coach Wood will keep the same crew in for at least the first half. Maybe keep the defense in the second half.
That or get them out and just hang it up for next week. Make sure everybody gets to that next week. But that's not really how Shaq's been playing this year. He's been really letting them play, and I think his thinking on that is you never know if you're going to get to play another week this year with everything that's been going on. So he's really letting those guys get out there and stay on the field a little longer than I think he would in a normal year.
Yeah, totally agree. Tackling the play by Caden Harrell, and Justice Broadbent. So little run there by Gonzalez, doing good work there. He's carried the load there for the Savages. Brings up 2nd down and 8 from the 33. 4:47 left here in the second quarter. Bernie with the snap, looking to pass, looking across to his left side. Pressure's on! Jackson Vandruff, the sophomore, with another tackle for loss. Kid's been fantastic this season. Love the kid's motor. And I'll bring up 3rd down and long.
And that time, you know, we only had really a 3-man rush. And, man, Jackson Vandruff, just like you said, the motor, just the kid doesn't stop. And guy had him blocked, and he went all the way around and came back around, reached out, drug the quarterback down with one hand.
Yeah, he's matched up against Colin Buckley, a senior, 6'3", 300-pound offensive lineman, offensive tackle.
Yeah, and he's a kid that, you know, last year I think they kind of propped him up in the Vought magazine, saying he had like 65-something pancake blocks.
Well, not that time.
And Jackson is just wearing him out.
So great pressure there. Looks like we're going to have a block in the back and 65. A little smack talk because he didn't want to get beat by the sophomore again. So a couple flags there on 65. The guy we were just talking about, Colin Buckley. I think we jinxed him. We probably shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
The intended receiver was number 6, Moses Gibson. Bobby was there. If he would have just looked up on the tip pass, he probably could have had an interception. It fell to the ground, and that'll bring up 4th down, I believe. Was that not 3rd down just before?
That was 3rd down. I'm sure they will decline the penalty.
So they'll decline the penalties. I think they're going to have to take the unsportsmanlike at the end of the play. So decline, take the penalty, and it'll still be 4th down. We do have holding. That's declined. Yeah, after the play, my man Bobby Davis, unsportsmanlike by 65. And that'll be assessed. It's 4th down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Savages.
So, again, Coach Wood sticking Jackson Vandruff off there off the edge deep. 65 with a limited bucket step there. Has great reach, just isn't able to get to the speedy sophomore who's able to come off the edge, speed rush. And that's what you need out of the 3-4, you know? I mean, you don't need a big guy. You need a guy that's physical.
Can get up the field.
Get upfield, yeah, absolutely.
Get up the field, and just like you said, that has that motor that doesn't stop, because those guys like Vandruff and George on the edges, how many times have we seen tackles all the way on the other side of the field because they crash down the line of scrimmage and make a tackle from behind?
For the Savages, Green deep for the Wildcats.
Block punt! Max Brown caught, and Bobby had a chance. He's still on his feet. He says, "Can I get another one?" He will not. He had a chance if he would have caught it clean, but credit Max Brown, the speedster, getting that left hand, gets a little bump there from Coach Archer. We'll get the Bobby with the catch and the fumble recovery, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats in the red zone of the Wynnewood Savages.
Hey, I'll say it. Nick had a chance, but that ball had some wicked spin going on there after the block, and just be glad he got it and made some yards.
Hey, let's see if Harmon can find maybe Vandruff or Nababi on this one. Let's see if there's a chance on a backside here. But we've got Harrell. My guess is a little handoff to my man number 9, the Moose. 1st and 10 from the 12. 3 minutes left. It's a rollout by Harmon. He's got Vandruff. There it is. Oh! Crossing route by Vandruff. He got his left paw on it. Couldn't bring it in. That would have been a touchdown for sure. Harmon says, "Sophomore, better get that next time." And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 12.
Pass intended from Vandruff. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats.
I bet they go back to it again. Let's see.
You think so?
I don't know.
Maybe they'll let Nick get in the corner of the end zone over here.
Let's see what happens here. This actually is a good give to Harrell. Let's see what happens here. It sure is to the left side. Has a lane, cuts it up, bumps it over. Nice little tackle there by number 27, Fields.
I want to say that's about the first time they've tackled him. I don't know.
No, you're right.
Every time that he's run the ball, I think he's got in the end zone.
So Harrell gets it to the 6-yard line. It's going to be about 3rd and 5. Probably another give here to Harrell. Maybe get a little pitch option, maybe right side. Let's see what happens here. Blitz is on. Harmon back to pass. Screen out to Harrell. Short arms it. Harmon got hit in the knee there on a low tackling number 16.
Dad was letting him have it, telling him to throw the ball, but
it's hard to throw when you're getting your plant foot's getting stuck by a helmet.
Yep. They had brought the pressure and had somebody right in his feet as he was trying to step into that throw. He was open, but they didn't make a good play and get to that quarterback a little quicker that time.
Same formation, double tight end set. Harrell in the deep pistol. We've got Brexton Green matched up with number 9. That's is that Brian Burney? It sure is, out of the corner. Let's see what we have here. Looks to Green. He's got him on the out. And there's the catch and the touchdown. Just like that, Cashion Wildcats with another score. 48-0 with 2:21 left here in the first half. Cashion puts on touchdown number 7.
Yeah, and that time Brexton with a great route, and you can tell Ben and Brexton have probably thrown that pass 1,000 times because Ben threw that ball before Brexton even made his break to the outside, and Brexton just turned, put his hands up, knew the ball would be there, caught it for the touchdown.
Christensen with the kick, staying perfect, the doctor, shooting lasers, being a surgeon. Extra point number 7, and it's your Cashion Wildcats up big. 49-0 here from a beautiful night at Maxson Field. Playoff action. 2:21 left in the first half.
Support your school's Booster Club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children
all right,
to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
All right, welcome back to Maxson Field. Second quarter action. Cashion Wildcats up big. Second ranked in the state, Class A, first round playoffs. 49-0 over Wynnewood. Lance Christensen with a deep kick. Woo! The doctor sends it to the 14. Christopherson gets the outside. Hit out of bounds eventually. No late hit, please, guys. Settle down. Looks like they'll get the ball right around the looks like the 39 or the 29-yard line. We'll have first down and 10 with 2:16 left. So, Chris, what does Coach Aslan do in this situation? Does he hasn't taken any deep shots, hasn't gone deep. Passes have been intermediate, outs and curls and digs. Does he take a shot here, reverse, get crazy?
Well, I mean, they've had some, the little film we got to watch, we talked about number 44, how big of a boy he was, and we'd like to see him on our offensive line. But they've had some success throwing to him down the field. I mean, he had a big run. Yeah, he fumbled it, but, man, the kid is a big kid that can catch the ball. You'd like to see him get the ball maybe in his hands down the field if I was a Wynnewood Savage fan.
Get to Gonzalez. Nice little run there. Good extra effort. Breaks the tackle in the Bobby at the line of scrimmage. Gets out all the way down to the 38-yard line. Nice run. A little 8-yard pickup there for Gonzalez.
And that time they did. I mean, they ran right behind 44. They lined him up there at that kind of that little fullback position and just got behind him and let the kid do some work and made some good yardage. Maybe they want to see if they can take some time all the way down to the second quarter or to the second half and run the ball, but you'd think they'd want to try to take a shot down the field at some point.
Pitch out to Gonzalez, left side in pursuit is Kyler George. 57 special sauce. Can't get by me. Nice little job there by the senior off the edge, making the tackle.
Yeah, and that was just quickness right there. Just would not let him get the edge and got out there, and before he could even start going north and south, Kyler got into his legs and brought him down.
So that'll bring up a timeout. Who called that timeout? Chris? We called it Clayton. Shackelford smelling blood. Wants to get another one.
Third down and 4.
So with 1:22, we've got a timeout. We'll go to a quick commercial. Be right back here on Castle Wildcat TV.
Not bad.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today. 405-844-TANK. That's 405.
Welcome back. Third and long. Give to Gonzalez. Caden Harrell with the hit. Cleaned up by Nabavi and was that Jackson? No, Kyler George. And that'll bring up fourth down. Another timeout by Shackelford. He'll use his second. Minute 16. Coach Shack says, hey, Coach Aslan, if you're going to come here and play, we're going to play football. So call it the timeout. Up 49-0. We'll go to a quick timeout.
844-8265. Go Wildcats! Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion and are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats!
All right, welcome back to Maxon Field. Got to pay those bills, Chris. Got a water heater man there. Farrow family.
And Gateway Realty.
Gateway Realty. Love Kelly and Anita. Absolutely. Fourth down. Punting team out for the Savages. Brexton Green deep says, please kick me the ball. Got 1:16 left here in the second quarter. High snap. No block on this one. Huge punt. End over end. Green with the fair catch. Nabavi style. That would have been an Alex Nabavi style right there. I was shocked to see Brexton not throw that hand up there. You know he wanted to run that one back. We did too.
Maybe he wants to get an offensive touchdown in the first half. He wants a defensive touchdown, special team. Now he needs an offense, so maybe that's his plan. Oh, he already had the offensive touchdown.
Did he?
Yeah, on the last touchdown was Brexton.
Right.
So he's had a defensive touchdown.
What abs?
Special team and an offensive.
First and 10, 1:11 left in the half, 37-yard line. Jackson Vandruff, Colton Southall hustle on. Like, what's happening? Brexton Green says, come on, senior. Colton says, I got to look good. I got to get my stuff taken care of. Left tackle. We love Colton Southall, the strongest kid you'll find in the world. Back to pass. Harmon fakes the screen. He does. He comes back. Oh, my goodness. The Moose is loose. Hits the Jets. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Cashion Wildcats. Caden Harrell on a screenplay from Ben Harmon goes to the house. 65 yards. Good night.
I mean, what do you say? I mean, the kid gets the ball with that much room, that's going to be a score. And the thing is, Coach Shackelford saw him. They started bringing some pressure, trying to get into Ben's legs. I mean, you saw it right before that last touchdown. And Coach Shackelford saw it too. So he pretty much said, hey, if you're going to bring that pressure, bring the pressure. We're going to throw it right over the top of you. And that's exactly what they did, and it worked to perfection. For a big touchdown for the Wildcats.
Closest guy was safety, Moses Gibson on that, and he was about 25 yards away. The doctor goes up. It's G-O-D. The doctor makes it happen again, making house calls, coming to see him in the clinic. Laser perfection. Lance Christensen puts up another extra point, stays perfect on the night as your Cashion Wildcats go up big. 56-0 here. First half action. Playoff football.
With 1 minute left in the first half, you know, they're going to get the ball. They're probably going to try to run this clock out, get to the second half.
Shaq calls a timeout.
No, I don't see him doing that again. But he's only got this one, so hey, you never know. Who knows? But they want to get this into the locker room and then come out, and we'll see the clock run.
Absolutely.
You know. But the thing is, I guarantee you, this coach and staff from Wynnewood, they're going to go in and coach these boys up and tell them to hang. You know, do not hang your head down. Come out in this second half and fight. And I want to see our boys get out there, maybe our JV get out there and really get to compete and show something in the second half and learn something. We always talk about it. When that JV and that second group or that next level down group gets to get out there on a Friday night and get that experience, can't beat it, and in the playoffs.
Amen. Amen. Christensen out with the kick from the 40. Little boot there to the edge. Christopherson with a line drive catch at the 20. Gets the edge. Comes down. Looks like a tackle there by my man Jake Branson. Tanner Dean in there with the immediate torpedo, slowing down Christopherson. And with 53 seconds left, the Wynnewood Savages will be taking over right around the 37-yard line.
First down, Savages.
So Cashy coming out, keeping the essentially the first team D in here in the first half. Probably one series left here, 53 seconds. Deep pistol, most likely handoff here to Gonzalez, number 18, the senior 5'9", 155. Running back, he'll get out to the left side. Kyler George in pursuit. Looks like Justice Broadbent out there, nowhere to go, and Gonzalez is brought down for a loss of about 2.
Loss of 1 on the carry.
Yeah, Kyler George is just sealing up that edge, and just nothing is getting on the outside of him. And if they do try to get around him, the linebacker speed that we have with Justice Broadbent is there's just nothing going, nowhere to go for the Savage offense.
Second and 11 from the 36, 17 seconds. This will be the last play of the half. Snap, fumble, give to Gonzalez. He'll cut back. He's got a lane. Nice little run there. He's free. Eventually tackled there, looks like by Max Brown. And will they stop the clock? They will. They've got 3 seconds left for one last play. They're going to let this one run out. So as Coach Aslan and the Wynnewood Savages head to the locker room, it is your Cashion Wildcats up big. 56-0 here. Playoff football. It's been an exciting first half, Chris. Been almost a yawner at the same time, huh?
You caught me. No, I mean, the thing is, I mean, we knew this coming in. We knew Wynnewood was a little bit down. But, you know, Cashion just came out firing on all cylinders. You know, they've done a good job of limiting their penalties, and everything else has just worked to perfection. So, I mean, give it up to the boys. They've come out here and done their job and gone up big, and may not have to, pretty much the starters may not have to come back out second half of the game.
So with that breakdown, we have the Cashion cheerleaders, as we mentioned earlier in the pregame. They're going to be at Game Day State tomorrow. They're looking to get a gold baton stick or megaphone. I'm not sure what that is, but they were runner-ups the last couple of years. Look to get the state title this year. They've done a great job under the tutelage of Casey Williams and Amber Hopgood. And we absolutely wish them the best tomorrow morning at Moore High School, 8:30 in the morning.
After a runner-up finishing the regional competition, our Cashion High School cheerleaders will be performing tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. at Moore High School in the Game Day State Championship competition. Tonight, they will be performing their routines right now, and would appreciate Cashion fans helping them practice yelling when they tell you to. Let's give these girls one more round of applause. Again, they will be.
Cashin Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness. So contact Amber Lee to sign up today, 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashin Shape Up Fitness.
All right, we're here with Lane. We got the lessons with Lane. Everybody tunes in at halftime
Right
just to listen to Lessons with Lane. So we have Cashin Wildcats up big in this first, right here in this first half, 56-0 against the Wynnewood Savages. Lane, we were kind of talking about this. You came in and said you think Tiger King is liking this game or not? But
Tiger King is in hiding right now. He's embarrassed.
Yeah, but
they're not the worst team we played this year.
No,
OCA is worse than they are.
Yeah,
and we were talking during timeout of we think that maybe this was the most points we'd scored in a half, but that's not right. We scored 62 or 4 against OCA last year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean that Crescent team 5 years ago was pretty rough. And we played a lot of 8-man football teams that were worse than this. But the thing about Wynnewood is they have some athletes. They have some kids around the field that's all right. Man, we're just overwhelming with everything in every aspect of it. And the Shaq told the kids before the game that he wanted our special teams to kind of stand out. We stood out last week too. We blocked a punt, and we really stood out this week. Blocked a punt this week, ran 2 back?
We've blocked a punt, we ran 1 back, and then they had the big onside, kind of the high onside kick recovery. And then Braxton called a fair catch, after that 1 punt, and I kind of kidded and said he wanted to call the fair catch so he would be able to have a chance to get an offensive, defense, and a special teams touchdown. But he had already had that before that. And he already had it. So, but it worked out all right in the end because Caden Harrell had the big run for touchdown.
Wynnewood to 48 total yards. 17 of them yards come that last play of the game, or that last play of the half. So, we held them to basically 31 yards. I don't know. This is we've talked about it throughout the year. You've got to see Caden Harrell in person to really appreciate how bad of a man he is. I thought I had a man crush on Alec Ryan from 2008. I thought he was the best football player we had as far as running back goes, but Caden Harrell's better than him, I believe. Caden Harrell has got a lot of things going for him that he's big, pretty fast, gotten shifty the last 6 or 8 games.
Yep.
But man, he is just he's the best running back Cashin's had. You go back to Colin Willis. You can watch some highlights if you have time. Watch some highlights of Colin Willis, Colin Willis, and he had some pretty unbelievable highlights. But he was just a little bitty guy. But Caden Harrell's got a lot of intangibles that you don't.
And I kind of kidded with Nema. The one run down here that he got tackled. I think that was the only time they tackled him the entire game. I think every other time he touched the ball, he scored.
Uh-huh.
I could be wrong, but that's the only time I remember him tackling him.
We played Wynnewood, I can't remember 2010, 2012, something
2012,
like that.
I think.
2012, maybe in the quarterfinals?
Semifinals. I saw it. I looked it up today, yep.
They had a kid named Trey Knowles that was about 6'1", about 240 run back and was a man. and we were good that year. We had Ty Reasoner was a great quarterback. Dexter Robertson was humongous, and we had a pretty big line. TJ Martin was on that team, and we were pretty good. But Wynnewood had 8 or 10 men on that team.
Did they go on to win the state championship that year?
I think Tonkawa beat them that year.
Okay.
I believe.
Or Ringling, maybe. Did Ringling beat them that year?
Maybe so.
Yeah. Well, so how many total? You said they had total 48 yards.
I mean,
we had total how many yards?
Our total yards. We had 296 total yards on 23 offensive plays, 12.9 a play. I mean, our numbers are just not that eye-popping, but we ran kickoff backs. We had such great field
fumble
position.
return, fumble return for a touchdown. Yep.
You know, Kyler George just keeps on coming.
Oh man,
showing up as a big player, and Vander showed up pretty well tonight. You know, these teams, if they look at any film, they're trying to run away from Caden Harrell, and there's a little bit of mercy given to these last 2 teams we played, not having Jacob Farrow around. If Jacob Farrow was around, he would have put a couple of these kids in the hospital. and you know, Wynnewood has some kids on their sideline. If you look at the roster, they have a kid that's 5'2", 115, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some little bitty kids, and which are not playing, thank goodness. You know, Braxton Green has he's got 4 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. Caden Harrell has 4 carries for 84 yards, and he's also got 1 catch for 63. And you know, if you watched him score that last screen they had, I mean, they didn't even touch him.
No.
They were just like, nope, I'm good. I'm ready to go to the house. And Wynnewood has such a proud tradition, and they're smash mouth football. They've been that way for 100 years. And to see them like this is, I'm sure their residents at Wynnewood's not taking it very well.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where when you're down, you think, you know, maybe your numbers are down. It's not even that they have a bunch of kids, and we've talked. I mean, Lima and I, and you even said it when you came in here, and I think you said it early on, it's not like they have a bunch of it's not like they don't have some good-looking kids. They've got some big kids up front.
That 44, he should be. He could play. I mean, he's big. He'd make a lot of difference if he was put in the right spot. They've got that wide receiver. I don't know what number he is. Maybe 22. That's a good-looking kid. They got 2 or 3.
27, I think.
27. They got 2 or 3 athletes on that team that are pretty nice.
Yeah, that Christian Gonzalez kid, number 18, the one that made the big run that last play of the half. I mean, he's a shifty kid that's got some speed, and if he could ever find any kind of opening, but man, they tried to get him on the edge. Thomerton and Jackson and Kyler George are just shutting that down. We talked about number 65, Colin Buckley, is a big boy on this. I think it's this right tackle and offensive tackle, and they kind of propped him up in the Vite magazine as one of their better.
Is that right?
Yeah, one of their better offensive linemen, and Jackson Vanderiff, a sophomore, is just wearing him out and getting up the field and just pretty much doing what they want to. Both of those kids, Kyler George and Vanderiff, are just kind of doing what they want.
It's a great night to come out and watch football because it's not cold at all. But we're going to be playing next Friday night. I'm saying we. Cashman's going to be playing next Friday night. You need to get out here and watch these kids. I mean, there's Caden Harrell, Jacob Farrow. If Jacob Farrow hit me, he would put me in a coma. He would. I mean, them kids hit so hard. Mason Manning, same way. Just got a little bit of mean streak to him.
Well, you know, there was one play that they were trying to get to the edge, and just you know, they had some speed, and the kid was trying to get around there, and just the violence going towards him with Justice and Kyler and Caden Harrell coming in there. The violence at the point of attack is a lot of these teams that we've played. I don't think they've seen that.
Right, and the next 3 or 4 games, or next 2 or 3 games, are not going to be much really to to want to watch. Hooker's going to be a team that's going to come here, I'm sure, that's going to be well coached, be in the right positions, and they probably have some decent athletes. I went and watched Pawhuska. Pawhuska is for real. I mean, they've got a great quarterback. That kid is, I think, committed to North Texas. They got 2 wide receivers that's really, really good.
Yep.
And a really, really good offensive lineman. So the thing that we're going to find out, and I'm predictable, we're going to play Pawhuska in the semis. The thing we're going to find out.
Heard it here first.
That's right. You heard it first here. The thing we're going to find out is how good or how well can Pawhuska take a punch to the mouth. Can they tackle?
Was it last year in the semis, or was that in the quarterfinals that Pawhuska got beat, and it was just a.
It was against Ringling.
It was just a rainy, nasty night. I think it was the same night we played Barnsdall, and they got beat, and everybody was just kind of surprised that they got beat, and their offense was shut down like it was. And it was, one, Ringling had a heck of a defense, but 2 was the late November weather kind of played a part in that.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something that they can do this year?
I was smiling thinking about Barnsdall. I've never seen a field as awful as that field. I mean, when we walked out there, we were sinking 6 inches in the mud.
You know, when you work cattle, and after you've worked cattle all day long, and it's just soup.
That's exactly what it was. I mean, it was unbelievable. And their press box was pretty nice, but their field was atrocious. And we, the football team, dressed in the boys' bathroom at the high school, and it was bad conditions. But that was one of the nights that Pawhuska throws the ball around, and Pawhuska, their coach, come from Locust Grove, and Locust Grove had a kid, and I can't remember what that kid's name was. Mason Fine.
Yep.
Mason Fine.
Mason Fine.
That threw
set
for
records.
He's thrown for he set the record for high school Oklahoma passing yards. His coach was the coach at Pawhuska now, and that Fine kid is on the sidelines of Pawhuska, so he's kind of their kind of quarterback's coach. Kind of, I think he's kind of waiting around for some offers for some pro stuff.
Was he not going to go? Was he going to North Texas to coach next year? Or no?
I'm not for sure. I thought that, I mean, the stuff I'd heard that he was kind of waiting around for some Canadian Football League offers or some Arena League or something like that. But so they're going to be coached up when we see Pawhuska.
Yep.
And I've got some buddies in Pawhuska, and they were awful 2 or 3 years ago. I think they were 0-10 2 or 3 years ago, and they turned the thing around, and that they have a great following. When I went up there, they probably had 1,500 people in the stand.
Yep.
So,
well, and they're probably making T-shirts for the playoffs, right? Do we make T-shirts for the playoffs in Cashion?
Yeah.
Or do we make T-shirts for the state championship game?
No, we make playoff T-shirts.
Do we? Okay. All right.
I've got them all.
Well, all right. Well, Lessons with Lane here. You heard it.
If we go back to our last little stats, our defensive stats, Kyler George shows up. He's got 6 tackles. Nick Nabavi has got 5 tackles. Max Brown's got 5 tackles. We've talked on and on about it. These kids that are youngsters are growing up.
Yep.
Your Nick Nabavis of the world, and your Max Browns of the world, and your Jackson Vanders of the world. Man, they're showing up.
Yeah, they're making plays that are game-changing plays.
Right.
where you're excited to see them really grow and get better.
They finally are comfortable with knowing how the defense and offense runs it. They know they're confident to be in that right spot.
Yep, and that's exactly what Shackelford talked about early in the year. Was Jackson Vandorf is just out there. He doesn't even know what he's doing, but he's making plays. Now that he's got, he's kind of figured out, okay, I've got to be in this spot. I'm going to get there, and it's just making all the difference.
Right.
And you see it with these games where last week I think we gave up 79 yards or 78 yards or something like that, and this week, up until that last play, had only given up 30 yards for total offense.
I've got a $5 bill. If anybody can find the Tiger King and get him up here, that we can interview him.
We had the Tiger King the other day. Did you not see Nima? on Halloween.
No.
Halloween at Norman North, or what was it? Edmond North. Yep, that's in pregame. Nima was the Tiger King. He was the Wildcat King.
I want the original Tiger King here tonight. I want to get a.
Somebody's gonna have to put up some bail money, I think, or something. But all right, well, that was Lessons with Lane. Let's jump over and watch pay a few bills with some of our great sponsors. It's here. It's 56-0 at halftime with Cashion Wildcats up big against the Wynnewood Savages. We'll be back with second half action.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain & Grange, the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Have a pet.
All right, welcome back to Maxon Field. Lessons with Lane. Lane breaks it down, give you those stats. Chris can break down that first half, a little history, break it down, and think about what this particular game means in terms of the context of other games and what the outlook looks like. I totally agree. I definitely see a chance to see Hooker. Who do we have? Elmore City versus OCA, the winner of that.
Yeah, I think they play tomorrow. I talked to Coach Wood earlier, and I think he was going to try to go down and watch that game, but he thinks it'll be probably Elmore City moving forward, but he said you never know. So they're going to go down and kind of watch and see what we have to look forward to.
Okay. So with that, we've got the officials out on the field. The Cashion Wildcats getting ready. My man, is Gage back out there? Did we lose our transmission? We gotta.
You may have it off while he's walking down.
Gage,
nope,
we gotta get the box turned on. So he probably has no idea what's going on. We'll try to maybe fire up a quick text to him. But we appreciate you guys hanging tight with us as your Cashion Wildcats round one playoff action. Up 56-0 over the Wynnewood Savages. Let me get a quick text out to Gage.
Looks like our JV may be going out for the second half and getting some good play time here.
Yeah, they sure will. They're going to be out in the return. We've got Colin Sadowski. We've got Hunter Gibson, Tanner Dean. We've got Nick Jolla. We've got Ryan Yandel. We've got Jace Evans, Seth Gilbert. We got Branson, Brown, Cooper. Who do we have out there on the edge out there by Max Brown? I can't see.
Is that Dalen?
Is that Dalen Stockton? I believe that. That's right, 23. Yep. That makes sense. All right. Kicking off for the Wynnewood Savages, number 76, Ricardo Meave, senior, 5'10", 285. He'll toe punch it out on the edge. They're going to let it go out of bounds wisely. Tanner, is that
that's Dalen Stockton.
Evans, and yeah, absolutely. And so with that, we've got the JV offense hustling out there. We got Chase Ritter, and we got number 71, my man Aiden Williams. We love the Williams family. They're fantastic. Tommy Branson out there. We got the Branson crew out there. Max Brown's flexed out with Cooper Frazee. Jace Evans out there with Dalen Stockton.
I'm calling it. First play, Nathan Nabavi for 65 yards to Max Brown.
Absolutely not happening. This one is going to 22, the 800-meter track speedster, Jake Branson. Showing blitz, Savages. They're loading the house, looking for the run. Actually, it is a pass. Going deep. Brown going up top. Pass interference. He's looking for it. He gets it. Nabavi hits the dirt. Let's see if he gets up. His helmet's going to have to fix his helmet, get his mouthpiece off the ground. Took a big looking from 65. Good little ball there, looking on the deep go route for Max Brown. And you called it, partner.
I think, being that this is, they're getting to play pretty much the second half, they may open the playbook up a little bit for E-Rob and let these JV kids get out there and really try to do something on the offensive side instead of just running the ball every time. Usually when they get in the game, it's pretty much over, and they're just running clock. They're still running clock here, but maybe they'll let them open up that playbook and get some different plays and get down the field to score.
So first down and 10 off the pass interference walk-off from midfield. Nabavi in shotgun. He's got tight end doubles. He's got twins up top, ace below. Max Brown give to Branson. He's got a hole. Moves it forward. Nice little run there. A 2-yard gain. Tackle on the play by number 8, Aaron Lyle, along with number 60, middle linebacker, Marseille Sanders, sophomore. Hey, can you tell Gage to turn off? Okay, I texted him. All right, we've got our on-field camera. We've got to get it fixed, but that'll bring up second down and about 9 from the 49. Running clock, 10:06 here in the third quarter. Cashing on the Savage side of the field. Nabavi in shotgun, Branson to the right of him. Snap, another give to Branson up the middle. He's got a nice little hole, moving forward. Nice job there by the line. Aiden Williams along with Tanner Dean. Branson churning and burning. Gets it across the 45 to the 44 and bring up third down and about 4.
Yeah, you said it. Tanner Dean right there was just driving, and pretty much Branson just fell right in behind him and got a good 5-yard push right down the middle of the field.
So third down and about 4. Cashing from the Savage 44. Tight end Seth Gilbert. Max Brown flexed out ace on the left side, our near side. Up top, Cooper Frazee and Jace Evans. Snap. Keep by Nabavi. Cuts outside. Tries to break a tackle. Swung. He loses a shirt. And he's swallowed up. Not sure why he has a hand warmer out there, all a Baker Mayfield. And that's a huge loss on the keeper. And bring it right around the 50, looks like the 49-yard line. Bring up fourth down and long.
Yeah, they tried to get that little play action and let him squirt out that other side, and that defensive end over there caught him by the hand warmer and could not get loose to get the ball out and maybe even throw it to save that yardage. But here I think we're going to go in here and looks like we're going to go for it on fourth down.
So Nabavi getting an earful from Shaq. You got fourth down.
Looks like they're punting.
Certainly have a chance maybe to find Max Brown singled out against number 9. Brian Burney, the quarterback. Deep pistol for Branson. Looks like he's going to get it. And we have another flag. Maybe a legal procedure. Too many men in the backfield.
We're all trying to get out of here.
So rough start here for the Cashion Wildcats after the pass interference call on the first play that gets it out to about midfield. Nice little run there by Jake Branson to bring up on second down. But after that, we've got tackle for loss on a sack and a penalty. Brings up fourth down and about 16 from the 44 on the Cashion side. Branson will punt. He'll get it off.
Oh, that's a – you can't.
They said it was tipped.
That was not tipped.
Looks like number 18, Christian Gonzalez, will get tackled, eventually brought down. Nice chase down by Branson, the punter. Tough snap for him, and it'll be first down for the Savages on the 2-yard line, 1-yard line.
And here's the thing is, if that ball was tipped, you can hit him. But that ball was not tipped.
It wasn't tipped, but they called it.
And you can, if you can't just take the punter out like that, I mean, you got, as an official, you got to protect the player.
So with that, it'll be first down, 5 from the 5, 7:09 running clock. Cashion will get their defense set. We've got Chase Ritter. We've got a little four-man front there. Timeout, Wynnewood. With that, we'll take a quick timeout, see if we can get our cameras going. Oh, we do. We got it up and going. Hey, enjoy the commercial break. We'll be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV.
Pest problem? Call Rural Pest Solutions today. We offer as-needed services as well as a variety of treatment schedules. We're family-owned and operated, and we specialize in treating life's smallest problems. Spiders, ants, roaches, termites, mice, and more. For both residential and commercial, we're ready to solve your pest problems today. So call Rural Pest Solutions in Cashion, 405-238-6565. Proud supporter of Wildcat athletes.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
All right, welcome back to Maxon Field. Playoff football, second half action here as the Cashion Wildcats up big 56-0 on a huge return after a punt on the first drive of the second half of the Cashion Wildcats. The Wynnewood Savages find themselves in their best position of the game from the 5-yard line, looking to punch it in to get their score. Quarterback Brian Burney back. Looks like with my man number 18, Christian Gonzalez. There's movement. And so that'll move him back 5. Looks like the Savages were itching to get in that end zone. Cashion also showing blitz on that particular play. Maybe he was able to draw.
I was going to say they brought some people and got right up in the line. And as soon as they did that, I mean, Big 44, I think, is the culprit.
If I'm Coach Aslan, I'm looking for 44. I have to be.
Yeah, I mean,
handing off or throwing.
I think who is that over there on him?
Would that be Jace Evans? Yeah, so we'll look for that little matchup out there on the left, and Brian Burney was actually looking out there. Blitz is on. Looks like Jake Branson is going to be coming in. They do jet sweep to the outside. Good cut back in. Nice job by Nabavi. He had the first chance at safety spot. Comes back, misses, comes back and gets it on the second try. Tanner Dean on the play as well.
Yeah, Nabavi did a good job of getting up the field and making him turn back in, and hopped up quick, got up, and actually made the tackle.
Yeah, so number 27, big old boy, Derek Field, 6'1", 180 on the jet sweep. So that was a tackle for loss of 1, brings up 2nd and 11. They're actually 2nd and goal from the 11. Trips left. Burney with the snap. Pitch out there. We've got defense. Oh, he cuts back in. Nice job. Missed tackles left and right. Nabavi and Nick Jolliffe making chicken sandwich or chicken salad out of chicken junk there. And so the Savages get on the board, and they have something for their fans to cheer about on a nice little 11-yard run there by Gonzalez on 2nd down.
Yeah, and as everybody kind of went with the flow to get to that edge, Gonzalez did a good job of just putting his foot down, cutting it back against the grain, and found a seam all the way into the end zone.
It's a tough start there for the Cashion defense, right? Having to take that punt and kind of start at the 5. On for the extra point is number 76, Ricardo Meef, senior, 5'10", 285. He's a lineman, but he's also a kicker. We're seeing a little toe punch here. Burney on the hold. Kick is up, and it's good. Oh, nope, it's outside, and that'll be no good.
He blew it. He blew my score. He's supposed to make that.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Chris. Well, let me get over there to Coach Aslan and tell him what to do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it to you anyway. 56-6, 70-7. It's all the same difference. So with that score, Wynnewood gets on the board. 56-6 here. Let's see if the Cashion JV can bow up and get a drive together.
And the thing is, our JV team squad that gets out there and plays in these cleanup time, they've got some boys that can block up front, and Branson is a good hard runner. If you can give him just a few seams, and all he needs three yards a pop, to move the ball down the field. And at some point, if you give him enough seam, he's got the speed and quickness. If you can give him just an opening, he can hit them for a big one. And let's see if we can do that in this second drive for the Cashion JV squad.
I'd love to see that, absolutely. And we've seen that this year. JV had a slow start against Crescent, came back, was able to chew some clock and get a score in at the end of the game and get a couple stops. So 76, Ricardo Meave, senior, back out to kick the kickoff. Last time was a low line toe punch to the left side, over to Dalen Stockton and Tanner Dean, or to Jace Evans' side.
Meave set the kick for the Savages.
Looks like that's the same setup.
Brown deep for the Wildcats.
From the 40. Little toe punch up the middle, hits off of a Cashion player. Tanner Dean wisely grabs it as soon as he can. It'll be Cashion football right around the 39, 38 yard line. 5:36 left here in the third quarter. Clock running. Rob telling Nathan to settle down.
It looked like Nathan was just begging him, let me throw the ball, Coach.
I believe it. So Nababi will go out. He'll have another chance. He got rid of the hand warmer. I'm not sure why he needed that. It's 56 degrees.
Well, before he got in the game, he's sitting on the sideline just getting comfortable.
So. He likes to look good, too. That's his story. Nababi had shotgun. Twins up top, give to Branson up the middle. He's got a lane, pushing forward, working hard. He'll get a short gain of about maybe 1 or 2 yards across the 40. It's about the 42.
Christopherson on the stop for the Savages.
Yeah, that time, there was a pretty good lane to the left side there.
Yep.
And Branson, though, he's a good hard-nosed runner, and he just kind of stuck his nose into the hole that was probably called. But right there, you wanted him to kind of keep his eyes up, use that vision, and really cut and make a play. And when you see a hole like that, you've got to take advantage and get there.
Absolutely. So actually they give him 2, so second down and 8 from the 42. 4:22 left here in the third quarter. Snap, low snap, give to Branson, cuts back. Met behind the line of scrimmage. Whistle down, no fumble there. Nice job there by 65. Colin Buckley, we called his name early. The senior, 6'3", 300. Making good work against the Cashion line. So loss of 1. Third down and 9 from the 41. I think Cashion's best chance here might be to roll Nababi out to the left a little bit and see what they've got in matchup with Max Brown. Either keep or throw. They got Cooper Frazee and Jace Evans here on the left side. Brown by himself up top.
Maybe they saw a matchup over there with that defensive back over there on the edge, one-on-one.
Snap. Pitch out to Branson. He says, here, take it. He's got a lane. He's got a chance to the 50. 45 out of bounds. Turn on the Jets, Mr. Branson. Rockets across the edge. They're like, who was that? I had the angle. No, sir. That's a first down Cashion.
Told you, the kid's got speed, and if you can get him just a little bit of space, that time, being on that right hash, Coach Robinson just let him get out there on that kind of a little option.
Hot potato.
Yeah, hot potato, and just get him out there on the edge and just foot race it to the sideline. And he is so fast and kind of caught the kid off guard, got around the edge, and a big gain.
Good blocking on the edge there. Nice work. Receivers always here at Cashion block well. First down and 10 from the 40. 2:35, third quarter. Option to the right. Branson's got a chance being chased by 76. Swallowed up there Ricardo Meave, senior, 5'10", 285, showing some good speed out there to catch Branson.
We talked about his speed, and then big boy caught him from behind.
That's right.
Hey, you get that ball, you get to the edge when you're in that situation. Get away from those big boys, and that time just didn't have the time to get to the outside like he did on that play before.
Yeah, it was good job there by the Savages defense to get the ball out of Nababi's hand. You're exactly right. So second down and long, 12 from the 43, the Savage side of the field. 1:54 left here, running clock. Snap. Nababi got the pass. He's got Max Brown. Nice catch. Brown spins out. Gets about 6 or 7 yards. It'll be third and manageable for the Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah, and in that situation, like you just said it, you really want to just get about half of it back, and that's what they did. Give themselves a chance on third down to get that first down. And you know the Cashion Wildcats they've got 2 downs here to make a play, make a first down.
Max singled out by himself to the right. We've got Jace Evans and Cooper Frazee, freshman, down here on the short side. Brains to the right of Nababi. Seth Gilbert in at tight end. Snap. Give to Branson. He's met in the line by blitzing. Breaks a tackle. Keeps his feet moving. Yes, sir. Great job there by Branson. No give up with the kid. Keep churning his feet. Is able to get a few yards there, and will bring up fourth down and about 5. He was dead to rights, Chris.
Yep, ran right into the guy.
Number 16, Matthew Christopherson, the junior linebacker on a blitz.
Branson just did exactly what a running back is supposed to do, is keep those feet driving, kept them driving, got loose, and just popped it out for another 5 yards.
So fourth down and 4 here from the 34, 25 seconds. This will most likely be a last play of the third quarter. Blitz is on. We got 1 second. Coach is going to take the timeout, work the clock all the way down to about 10 seconds. And that'll be Cashion timeout. We'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcat TV.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211. For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, Maxon Field. Fourth down and 4. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Double back set, Max Brown and Jake Branson to the left and right of Nababi. Low snap, Bobbler. Nathan looking to pass. He's going. He's got the flare of the screen to Brown, who was held. Nababi gets absolutely destroyed. No call.
Turnover on downs.
And it'll be a turnover of downs for Wynnewood Savages. Cashion defense rolls out there. We've got number 80, Creed Kastner, checking in. Dalen Stockton, Jake Branson. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Well, your Cashion Wildcats are up big, 56-6. We'll take a quick timeout, pay those bills. Be right back here in a couple seconds.
Cashion 56.
Christy Perry is a Cashion-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
Hey, it's Chris here. The Cashion Wildcats have a legacy of success. Hard work and being prepared is how that legacy is protected. Home, auto, business, or life, the agents at Gibson Legacy Insurance will do the hard work to make sure you are prepared and your legacy is protected. Call or
All right, fourth quarter action here live from Maxon Field. Cashion up 56-6. First down and 10 for the Savages, taking over on a turnover of downs. Nice job there on the coverage on the swing play. Like Chase Evans and Seth Gilbert out there on the tackle.
Evans on the stop.
It'll be a gain of, no gain on the play. It'll bring up second down and 10. Again, thanks so much for joining us tonight on CWTV. First round playoff action here, live from Cashion, Oklahoma. We have a play-in game here against the Wynnewood Savages. It's been all Cashion all day. Second half has been running clock here with the junior varsity out here trying to make some work. Gift out to it's like Christopherson. He's got a nice little shifty move in the middle of the lane, or middle of the field. Actually, that was Gonzalez. 16-18 is hard for me to see. So Gonzalez gets a first down and brings it all the way out to about the it's like the Wynnewood 47-yard line.
Evans on the stop.
Right about the 46. So it'll be first down and 10. 10:48 running clock. See if the Cashion defense can bow up here. Full house, or I guess a jumbo set there. A little stack session there on the left side of the line. Bernie backed in shotgun. Snap. Give back out to Gonzalez. He'll cut back in. Nice tackle there by Gilbert. Nice job by the outside linebacker, sophomore, coming in, making a stick for a short gain.
Yeah, good job just to get up the field. And the kid's a shifty kid, and he got into him quick and got him down before he could even make a move.
Good job by Creed Kastner, replaced by Nabavi, I guess, who got a breather there after getting sat on. Comes back in at safety. Dalen Stockton moves out to corner. He's matched up against number 6, Moses Gibson, Jr. Trips left. This time we've got Christopherson in the backfield with Bernie. Cashion in a 3-4 look. It'll be a pass. Pressure's on. Yeah, David coming in coverage. Seth Gilbert comes up, makes the tackle. Nice job there. Was that Tanner Dean? Or yeah, I think that was Tanner Dean. I apologize. Tanner Dean in pursuit off the edge. Gilbert there for the cleanup. Brings up third down. 4:45 at Cashion. It'll bring up fourth down and 1. Big stop here for the Cashion Wildcats. Let's see if they can get the stop here.
Right here, you want to see Chase Ritter, the big boy up front. You know, Chase has done a good job this year coming in and spelling whenever who was hurt?
Southall?
Yeah, Colton Southall. You know, he was hurt their first 3 or 4 games, and Chase Ritter did a good job coming in and spelling for him. And right here, you want to get in there and make a big stop.
The tackle's there. It was Nabavi in on the tackle.
Christopherson on the carry.
But Christopherson is able to get across the first down marker, and that'll be a first down and 10 for the Savages.
On the stop for the Wildcats.
Like seeing those 2 freshmen, Cooper Frazee and Nabavi, in at safety. Those guys definitely need to hit the weight room for sure, but they will. They mentally play a lot bigger than they are. I've seen those kids play football for a long time, and they're pretty tough. Wynnewood, first down and 10 from the 43. Clock running, 7:47. Back to pass, actually a rollout, looking for a pass on the boot. Pass is there. Nice work there in coverage as Dalen Stockton, the intended receiver, was number 8, Aaron Lyle.
Flag on the play.
We do have a flag. Not sure if we're going to have a holding here on a rollout. It sure looks like that to be the case. Or a legal man downfield, one or the other. But it was a pass. Yeah, it was a pass. So
Frazee on the coverage for the Wildcats.
I'm surprised that Bobby and the crew are going to call this, but let's see what happens.
Unless it's on us.
Unless it's on us, which is a little different from the Crescent game. So helmet to helmet. I'm not sure what that call is. Do you know what fist to fist bump?
Yeah, fist
you
bump.
Want to dab it out?
Yep.
It's against Cashion.
It was against
them.
It's
against them from that spot. There we go. Maybe it was crackback. Maybe it was I don't know. Anybody know what that call was? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I just threw that out to the stands there. Nobody knew. So regardless, it's a huge mark off. It's a big penalty. About illegal block. Yeah, maybe a chop block. Was that chop block?
Maybe somebody was engaged and somebody came in and
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, we'll take it though. 1st and 25. Now back on the Savages side of the field to the 40, 42, 41. Bernie most likely pass here. He has pressures on. It's a screenplay. Goodness gracious, this does not look good. Cut back, Jake Branson with the tackle, saving the touchdown. Great job in pursuit by the middle linebacker, Jake Branson. And basically, Christopherson picks up the 15 that they lost, and will bring up 2nd down and about 11.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a front lineman and linebackers, when you get that free going to the quarterback, you might think something is up. Let's hold back.
Bad news. 2nd down and about 12 from the 44. 6:44 left here. Cash and defense doing a much better job. Here, back to pass. Bernie looking for an out. Cuts it up back up. He's got a chance. Gets across the 40-yard line and brought down eventually.
I think that was Ryan Yandell there getting up the field, and I want to see him. He kind of got in there, and like we said with the screen, if you're coming that free, you kind of hit the brakes and see what's going on. There, that time, you're coming up the field, go get into the quarterback where he can't make a play up the field and get in his legs and make a tackle.
Clearly 4-down territory here for Wynnewood. Most likely maybe a little run play here, maybe to the edge. 3rd down and 4, 5:56 left here in the 4th quarter. Blitz is on for the Cash and Wildcats. They come up. Tanner Dean had a chance. Cuts it back out. Ryan Yandell loses the block. Coming back out. Block in the back. They better call it. They sure do. We got another penalty. Tanner Dean had him dead to rights.
That was a heck of a throw by that official right there, man. That flag went 50 yards in the air. Wow.
Maybe he was a quarterback.
Maybe.
Let's see. So we definitely have a block in the back on that outside. I think that was against either Seth Gilbert or possibly Jace Evans. Not sure who that was against. But we have another penalty which we're not sure about. Chase Ritter's down there. Wish we had him mic'd up. We could listen in.
It's probably a good thing we don't have Chase Ritter mic'd up.
You think so? Chase just smiles the whole time.
Yeah, he does. He is a pretty happy kid.
Hey, this is a great chance here to give a shout-out to all of our awesome sponsors, Shape Up Fitness, Amber Lee, love the family out there, Gateway Realty, Grain & Grange, Todd Miller, Rural Pest Solutions, Jesse McCracken, taking care of you, Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics, Dr. D taking care of you, Coffee Creek Church, Maple Mix, and Diesel Horse, Cash and all sports sponsors, Pioneer, Gibson Legacy Insurance, my man Chris Gibson, as you guys know him better as the greatest play-by-play guy in the world. Wiggin, Sewell, and Ogletree, Community State Bank, we love those folks. Chad Tishner and Leah, and we got block in the back, and then we have personal foul, some sort of illegal block of some sort. So that's going to be a lot of yards against the Wynnewood Savages. Of course, Interest Insurance Agency, Blue Ribbon Construction, Absolute Pools and Landscaping, Christy Perry, Attorney at Law, Lot of Heater Man, and Cashin First Baptist Church. Our man, Pastor Greg, Brad Stone, half the town. It's good stuff out there. We appreciate you guys taking care of us and allowing us to broadcast today. Couldn't do it without you. So, big mark off. We've gone back and forth across the Wynnewood to the Cashin side of the field 4 times now. It is now back on the Wynnewood side. 3rd down and long, double sticks from the 48. Let's see if Cashin can bow up and get a tackle for loss here, maybe a turnover. 5:22 left. Blitz is on up the middle. And we do have a flag false start. Hey, why not?
Pile on.
So, we were talking about Wynnewood, and they look good. I mean, the Christopherson kid can run. The Gonzalez kid can run. They've got some decent yards against.
They've got the Colin Buckley kid is a big old boy.
Kid,
6'3", 300.
Zach Ray, but it's been mistakes, for the Savages that have hurt them, and maybe that's stuff that they can get cleaned up in the summertime and leading into fall next year. So with that, we've got 3rd down, 25 from the 48 or from the 40. For the 44, 43. Trips left. Bernie back to pass. He's looking across the middle, going deep. Big shot down, intended receiver, number 6. Moses Gibson, the junior, 6'1", 175, locked up with Jace Evans. That's the first time we saw him. He got a pretty good arm.
Yeah.
Bernie let it go.
And that's what I was, watching some of the film on him. He had a couple of throws down the field that were on point and made some big plays, but they just never really throw it down the field. They always do the little outs and screen plays and different things like that. And with an arm like that, if I was the coach, I'd let him air it out a few more times.
Heck yeah, especially when you're down 56-0.
Yep.
Cooper Frazee wanted to take the punt. Shackelford says, no, sir. We're not returning anything right now. Cash and show in base D. Back to punt is Gonzalez. Actually, Christofferson. Nice little punt there. Hit it right around the 35 and roll all the way down to the 25 where your Cash and Wildcats will take over first down and 10 with 3:37 rolling clock here in the fourth quarter. Hey, I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight in a playoff game, first round play-in. Kind of unique this year with the COVID-19 situation. We had Cam Jordan, crackback. I said crackback, didn't I? I said it, yeah. That's what I said. Thank you. Who was that from?
Chad Tishner.
Chad Tishner. Thank you, Chad, watching from home. Chad, we wish you the best, healthy return. You guys are just hanging out, I'm sure.
Yeah, with his feet up, eating ice cream probably.
Ice cream. Yeah, we know about you, Chad Tishner. All right, so with that, we appreciate the update. We miss you. We've been trying to tell Dirk he would never replace you. Shotgun for Nabavi. This is most likely a handoff here to Branson 3 times in a row. It's going to be a key pitch out to Branson. Nice work there. Cuts it back up, gets a few yards. Would have liked Branson to keep going. Like Nabavi there, that time was able to freeze the safety or the linebacker coming in. Was able to create some separation for Branson. He gets it back to the original line of scrimmage right around the 36, I apologize. No, 26.
No game.
2:29 on the clock, fourth quarter. Shout out to Drew Baker here showing up, cheering on his Cash and Wildcats.
Drew Baker's going to be our PA announcer at the Booster Bash tomorrow.
Very nice. Drew Baker does it all. And that kid bleeds maroon and gold too, man. It's what you want. He's a great ambassador of the community.
Yep.
Love that kid. So second down and 10. Two minutes left. Cashin making sure they use every bit of this clock to get out of here. Now Bobby in shotgun. Branson to the right of him. Going to work it all the way down to about 3 seconds. Snap. Give to Branson. Left side. He's got a lane. He's got to cut the back. Still on his feet. Turning and burning. Branson showing effort. Says, give me the rock, coach.
So we talked about this a while ago, Nima. So we have a home game tonight.
Yep.
We'll have a home game, which would actually be
the true first round.
The true first round, right?
That's right. I guess we have 4 games.
We'll have then we'll have the third round. Yeah, the second round, which is third round. Which is third round this year, will be here, and then
the quarterfinal.
The quarterfinal will be a cash-in home game.
District champion West Side.
Yes.
Or the highest seed.
So we will have 4 home games. This will be the first of 4 playoff home games if we can continue to win. Yep.
That's right.
Excuse me.
1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. If you're still with us, God bless you. Thank you for staying. Maybe you've got a child that's playing, a relative that's playing right now. We hope you're enjoying this.
Or you just love cash and football.
Or you love cash and football. That's
and me possible. And Nima.
That's right. And Chad Tishner just want to make sure we get the right calls on there. So we know we have at least maybe 3 people watching right now. Nabavi in shotgun. He'll have to take a snap. He'll take the knee. Victory formation. And that's it as your Cash and Wildcats move to 11-0. 1-0 in the playoffs. Winners over the Wynnewood Savages in first round play-in playoff action. You know, it's hard. You know, we've watched Cash and beat folks before, but, you know, there's seniors on the other side of the Wynnewood Savages, and we want to give credit to those kids. Ruger Perry, Brian Bernie, the quarterback, Nicholas Garza, Baylor Byram. We've got Christian Gonzalez, who played his heart out tonight. Daniel Unruh, Zach Ray. We saw him doing great work. Forrest Hammond, Colin Buckley. We called his name, and Ricardo Meade. Congratulations on playing football, making it to your senior year. I know it's hard. It's going to be tough. There's only one team that gets to end on a high note, but we appreciate the Wynnewood Savages for coming out and competing. And certainly showing their worth out here on a Friday night here in Oklahoma. Chris, let's have a quick timeout. We'll watch the teams do their thing. We'll bring maybe Lane in here for a quick timeout. We'll make it a quick post game. Probably won't get Shaq unless he really wants to come up. And we'll break it down. But thank you guys so much as your Cashion Wildcats move to 11-0 with a 56-6 win over the Wynnewood Savages. They'll be moving on to round 2 of the 2020 playoffs here in the state of Oklahoma.
Text me today at 405-283-3947 for your free insurance quotes. Go Wildcats!
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC Metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
All right, we're here post-game with Lane. Nima ran down to get a picture with his boy, I think. And so the Cashion Wildcats take the victory here in the first round of the playoffs in 2020. It's a little different. This is a kind of a play-in game for some of the teams, and we got a draw where a team that was 7-0 wanted to decide to go ahead and play the first round, and we talked about it in the pregame. You know, teams. Football, they're football coaches and football players just like we are, and they're competitive. They want to get one more game in, especially for these seniors. And they came up tonight, and Cashion wound up pulling it out 56-7 and 56-6. They missed that extra point, and big win for the Cashion Wildcats tonight. Lane, let's look over some of the stats. We talked about it. Ben Harmon's dad came up here and asked kind of what his stat line looked like, but the starters only got to play the first half, and so the stats really didn't change much going into from the second half to the end of the game.
And Wynnewood's a football town, just like you said. I mean, they're like a Davis, Wynnewood, Ringling, all of them teams, all of them kids. They grow up wanting to play football, and that's kind of what they're all about. So when they get a chance to come up here and play us, you would think that they would just be like, no, we're good, we're mailing it in. But they're like, you bet we want to play the #1 team in the state. We're excited about it. And and their coaches kind of relayed that to our coaches. They were ready for the challenge. They didn't meet that challenge very well, but they showed up. We had 329 total yards. They had 104. They had 48 yards the first half. So we kind of really held our own the second half. A lot of times you'll see where we'll have 80 yards first half on total defense, and then they'll end up with 220 or something. They'll really have their main string will go against our JV and kind of wear us out. Like you were saying, Ben Harmon, he was 12 of 18 for 204, a QB rating of 235. Our biggest carrier of the game, Jake Branson, had 9 carries for 34 yards. Caden Harrell only touched the ball 4 times, but he had 84 yards. That's a 21-yard carry.
So he had 2 touchdowns.
He had 2 touchdowns running the ball. Yeah. And then he had a touchdown on a catch too. On
the screen, yep, right before halftime.
And so you could look at our receivers. Brexton Green had 51 yards. Mason Manning had 53. Landon Lagasse had 33. Caden Harrell had 63, and each one of them had a touchdown. So they kind of distributed evenly across the board.
Nima talked about that too. I think every one of the starting receivers had, 2 or 3 catches, and I think each one of them had a touchdown. Did Mason have a touchdown tonight?
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Did you see Nathan get just crushed by the biggest kid on the
gosh.
team? I mean, he full body weight drove him to the ground.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been more shocked if his head would have popped off, really.
Well, that's I went back and watched it, and it wasn't like a real late hit, but, I mean, he got there after the ball threw, pushed him over, and just, like you said, full body weight on about 100-pound kid. Yeah.
My guts would have come out my nose.
But he got up, and he got out there and played.
Help him up.
Yeah, played a little bit of defense after, too.
Tyler George had 6 tackles. Jake Branson had 6 tackles. Nick Nabavi had 5 tackles. Max Brown had 5 tackles. So we had, 3 of the 4 kids that are leading tacklers are underclassmen. So that bodes well for next year as well.
Yep. A lot of chances out there for those younger kids in that second half to kind of show what they had, show what they were made of. They had the big return after Jake Branson gets blown up on the punt.
Right.
I mean, they said it was a tip, but it wasn't tipped, and I think there was mercy rule there. But
if you recall at our halftime talk, I said that Wynnewood wasn't the worst team we played all year. OCA was I thought maybe one of the worst teams we played. We might play them second round.
Are they winning?
Yeah.
No, they play Saturday.
They play tomorrow.
Elmore City. Elmore City should win, but golly, OCA is lining up. If they'd win, have a chance.
Yeah, have a chance to play us. So, and I don't know. I mean, Elmore City. I think I heard people talking them up this year, and then but I mean, I think they wound up not being as good as people thought they were going to be. So I want to see how OCA stands up to them. I mean, when we played OCA, I mean, you got to look at it, and they had some kids injured. I think their starting quarterback, I think they were on their 3rd quarterback or something when we played them. So, maybe if they have all their kids back, go down there and have a chance.
Herschel Walker's injured, maybe they might. They might have a chance.
I was trying to stay positive, Lane, for our district.
That's old man right there. That's old man when I'm referring to Herschel Walker. Okay?
Yeah. Well, any other stats really stick out to you other than the fact we had I think the thing that stands out to me tonight was Brexton Green with, an offensive touchdown, defensive touchdown, and a special teams touchdown, all in that first half. And I mean, that's the only time he played was the first half, and got it all done there, and just an all-around great game for the Wildcats in the first half.
All city, all hair too.
All hair.
Have you seen
that's
that
all state, all hair. Yeah.
Golly.
Hey, did you see his mom dressed up like him for his for Halloween? I said, y'all's hair, you had the hair down. I
look at his hair and I'm like, man, that's.
You want to jump on and we'll finish it up? All right. Well, me and Lane will finish it up and call it a night. 56-6. Cashion Wildcats take care of business in the first half of this game of the first round of the playoffs. We've got 3 more home games if we continue to win.
Hooker's going to be the team. The next team we're going to be looking at that'll be a game.
Yeah.
And there'll be some talk that week of that Hooker's good and they'll be well coached and have all the kids in the right spots. So that's going to be the next game we're really going to be looking forward to, I think.
All righty. Well, thanks for tuning in and joining us tonight. I'm looking forward to the next 4 or 5 weeks of playoffs football, and looking forward to seeing what we can do against some better competition as we move forward.
To leave it, the last thing that I remembered from Shaq's speech at before the game, he said, if we'll run the table, we'll be 16-0. There hasn't been a team in Oklahoma history that's been state champions at 16-0.
Right. We have
a chance to be historical.
And that will be a trivia question for years to come, right? All right. Thanks for tuning in. For Neiman Nabavi, Lane Broadbent, I'm Chris Gibson. Thanks for tuning in. God bless, and go Cashion Wildcats.